Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 85. Yep, only 15 goddamn more episodes, and we're at the 100 mark. Sheesh, what an achievement that would be.
Wow.
A long road. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Now that we're here, it's kind of all started off as a joke. It's still a joke. So yeah, we are hopefully going to be powering through. Once again, still Felicia's absent. Still yet uncertainty when she will return. But hopefully in the near future that will happen, and we'll just be continuing without a man. I can already feel my mind just drifting off up out into the ether. Oh, that's
Smash
good
that
stuff.
like button for Felicia.
Yeah, please like and subscribe.
Yes.
The more do that, the quicker she will return. Anyways, we are here for today's session, and let's just kick this off with the question of the day, which, you know, let's make it a little fun one, which is, how many sessions do you expect to be inside of this dungeon? It has already been 2, technically? Well, technically just 1.
One real one, yeah.
Yeah, 1 real one.
Yeah.
So, until you...
I'm Greg, and I'm playing Irix Spanner, Human Artificer. We've been in here for 8 hours, roughly, already, and we've done 1 location. So, we're gonna drag this out probably, I say 3 sessions.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm Matt. Playing Fiera. Oh boy. Sessions? Yeah, I mean, that's probably accurate. You can only spend so much time in the dungeon because it is kind of a race that we have a potential head start on. 3. I'll go with 4 or 5, maybe a little bit more than that. Realistically, because once we get to Melador, that might be a session or 2 just figuring that out. So I will go with 5.
Alright, 5. 2 more than Greg. Alright.
I am Skit, and I play Isara Leofina, the druid cleric. I think it's probably gonna be 3 or 4, and then maybe like a 5th one to get out ish, I think. We're pretty good to drag out time, and we're known to take entire sessions just to shop, so now that we actually have a cool dungeon to explore, I feel like we're gonna take our time and really, yeah, until Jack gives us like you have 10 minutes to complete this puzzle, and then we're just freaking out.
Yeah, that's the only way for me to force you to actually do something quick is when I put a real time limit on there. Which does work, just because, you know, it has to work, otherwise you all will, well, you know, usually die. You know, I will put my own estimate in, because I think that's quite fun, because it is like very a fun thing to do as a DM. Even though I know what's inside of the dungeon, I also can't really predict how long would it take, specifically because you guys have like basically 0 dungeon experience, and most of your, I guess, real world encounters was kinda what should we call it, or like sandboxy and free, you could always just leave. and now being in an enclosed space, I also have like a hard time judging how long you will actually take or spend in one room, for example, because the only reference I have and the closest thing you guys did as a dungeon was the what's his goddamn name again? The with Vashina, when you went to the ruins in the woods, which kind of was a
the serpent guy, king, whatever.
Yeah, it was like a two-step dungeon. So in a dungeon was 2 rooms, but that also you spent there like 3 good sessions and for 2 rooms. That's also like...
Listen, just so that our listeners know what to expect from us. In our first campaign, the first area that we were not supposed to spend more than half a session, we dragged it out for 6 sessions, okay? So, yeah, you see Jack's face? Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised if you managed to do it inside of this dungeon with the count limitations you have, but you know, you guys always do kind of come full throttle with something where I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is what it is now. Yeah, so my estimates will be, you know what, just so we all say a different answer. Greg is 3, Skid is 4, -5, I will say 6. Just to add one on top. And with that...
And suddenly Jack makes a session like 2 hours long.
It's like, oh fuck. Or I just throw bullshit in just to make it a session longer. Nah. No, I don't think I have to do that. There's enough content in here already. So, without further ado, let's get this shit started and get on the road for session number 85. Whew. Let's go. Oh, and I might, because I drank so much coffee, have multiple bathroom breaks. Like last session, I believe I had 2. Prepare for that.
He will guide us out of this endless misery, be it pain, sins, penance, or grafting. He knows where one of the roots of Nephasius is, and with them together, we will burn the tree of purgatory, and in its fire, a new age will begin. An age where we do not rely on the light to guide us, but instead, through the blood of our primordial ancestors, we shall escape the curse that has been put onto our kind so long ago. We will not be the victims of this blight any longer, and we will wage the final war needed against those who hold divinity. Those who strive against us are but mere puppets of the divine. We must accept the sacrifice, and we must accept the blood that needs to be spilled. Peace will make us mourn the inevitable deaths of innocent people, and war will make us celebrate the valiant warriors who sacrificed their lives for a higher purpose. Let us not mourn anymore, but instead celebrate for the prosperity of our kind. Stand by me, O so-called sinners. Stand by me, O so-called outcasts. We are bespoken, and we are carved from the very fabric of death and life together. We will not fail, we will prevail. Long live the dark blood, and long humanity.
All right, then come to our quick recap. You guys have now finally made it into a dungeon, Melador's dungeon specifically, after you have successfully kind of negotiated with Crusader legions, who then you found out belonged to a separate, I guess, shadow organization of the Holy Religios known as the kind of Assassin Shadow Legion, who kind of use or willingly use heretical magic in order to kind of fight off anyone who would go against the light, kind of staining their hands so the Holy Religions can stay pure. And after kind of discussing with them, they actually inquired for your aid, since a couple of things which they did not expect happened that caused some unforeseen circumstances, which were that the kind of long dormant guardians of the dungeon that you now found out leads to the actual chamber of Melador, or at least where he's sealed, have been reawoken, and their best guess was that the finger that was retrieved from Melador's chamber back during the days of the Crimson Lotus has kind of reappeared, or should be somewhere within the vicinity. And because Melador, or Lazula's seal, has started to leak through some of Melador's magic, it has resonated with his finger again, causing the inner defenses of this dungeon to kind of reawaken and kind of protect it and try to prevent trespassers from going through. And as such, because they're already busy with outside threats, the Blood Legion, the Dark Resistance, and other factions which you have not encountered or heard of yet, they needed someone else to kind of deal with this current threat. And so you took on a dark blessing, which kind of gave you back some of your energy, but only temporarily. And you now had a very hard time limit, not only from the dark blessing itself, which allowed you to still use the power within you, but also obviously the other factions whose interests kind of align, quote unquote, with yours, as in they also want to reach Melador, or at least the cave has something they want, as much as you know. So you ventured down, you overcame the first obstacle, which was crossing a ravine and kind of blowing up a hole that led into the kind of official dungeon chambers. And with that, you kind of went down. The big maze-like structure of the dungeon itself proved to be a bit difficult. You encountered one trap, however, managed to mostly dodge it successfully, and the trap oldened through age, also wasn't that effective as it probably might have been from a long time ago. 4 natural ones back to back was crazy. But last we left off, after you've kind of continued your venture after the ravine, you came to a T-section with a sign where in Celestial it was written that you could either go left to the Gravekeeper's Sanctuary or go right to the Pillar of Atonement. And after a bit of discussing, kind of somewhat unanimously agreed that because the direct route, or at least according to the map, would be through the Pillar of Atonement, but you don't want to leave anything unchecked, you decided instead to go to the Gravekeeper Sanctuary. And that is where we left off. And that is where we are going to pick up again. So, you guys are currently still within the halls, and you're now making your way towards the Gravekeeper Sanctuary. And as you all know, this means skill checks are due. So how do you wish to proceed in this next step of your adventure?
Well, I've been succeeding so far with the see invisibility, looking for the markings and everything.
Yep. I also still have my owl that can give us a good insight, a good sight at least of what's around. So
I think we need to start being a little bit more careful about traps,
yes,
because that first one came as a
Agreed.
surprise, but then since then there hasn't been anything. But now that we're past the ravine, this is gonna get sketchy.
yes.
Right.
So,
Well, I can kind of go first. I think I'll use investigation, and at the prompt of traps, and I'm sure I have some experience of my own. Digging into runes in the past, I will just make sure our travels are safe by trying to look out for them, or trying to see signs of what I've seen before, that kind of thing, and just less looking around, more looking for what may already be there.
Yeah. That will definitely allow. 24.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, you are very much aware of traps. As an archaeologist, that's like the #1 danger for you guys. So there were a couple of things that you were taught about traps actually in your studies and I guess education to become a archaeologist, which is to have traps. The structure of the building or room that you're going to into has to accommodate the trap, which is usually a good telltale sign. If one room looks very much different from any other, that's a red flag that could potentially mean that that is a trapped room. And or floor tilings, anything that deviates from the majority of what the context structures that surround wherever you are changes, then instant red flag, should inspect that more. And then obviously the kind of most common trap mechanisms that get taught, which are pressure plates, tripwires, sometimes even sensors, and then telltale signs for each of these, because they need specific structures to be built in order for them to function. Obviously you're an old ancient ruin, which obviously means that the systems of traps that they developed thousands of years ago might potentially be very different from today's. However, it seems like universally, even in the ancient days, they used similar techniques as they did today because they work. And as you're kind of traveling through these hallways, once again, the hallways now seem to be less maze-like and have more a coherent structure that makes it easier to travel through and remember where you came from. And so you're relying less and less on the techniques of leaving behind a trail in order to find your way through, because for the most part you are going in a very straight direction. And while you're doing so, you encounter a couple of rooms that seem very suspicious because the size differ. That there's like a very slim hallway that leads into a very small room, and instead of kind of checking that out, you just avoid it in total, or you just let the owl go in, and the owl comes back and says there's nothing inside. And so you presume that it probably might have been a trapped room that just enclosed someone inside. You're not quite sure, but there wasn't anything interesting enough inside that would make you want to check. And as you're kind of passing through, one thing that you do notice with your investigation check is that parts of the architecture and structure of the room now also changes. The natural stone wall and somewhat cavernly interior with all of the corpses kind of merged and mangled in shifts a bit into what seems to be occasionally branches come out, as if like thick roots have either grown through the wall and back in, as if some sort of strong vegetation has kind of taken its hold here. But as you look at it more closer, as you're walking by and you're just checking the walls in general, and you started to notice more and more roots peering out. They seem to be made out of the same material as the corpses and the wall itself, meaning they're from one substance. So either it was deliberately built this way, if it was built, you still aren't quite sure, or some plant was also kind of petrified with these people in this specific place, suggesting that it might have been a forest or something similar that is here. But just from the way the roots weave, and the deeper you go in, the more roots appear and the denser it becomes, you can see that some of the humanoidish bodies that are merged in with the whole also are kind of rooted in and somewhat entangled and or trapped in the roots that kind of weave around here. And around like probably a good 2 hours in, so another 2 hours pass, you can see that almost nothing of the normal wall is there, and it's only these big thick roots that just entangle these corpses and just go around. But once again, still made out of the same material as the wall before.
Right, they're still petrified.
Exactly.
Does the petrified wood now seem familiar to the petrified wood that we saw in the Reptiliath ruins?
You can make an investigation check. That's a 20, a damn 2. No, it's very different. The Reptiliath one was like, it was still wood. You could identify it as wood that has begun a process of petrification. This is different because you can see the humanoid bodies and something, all of that also petrified, and you already identified this as some sort of magma that has caused it a sudden eruption in heat, and then something that caused a sudden eruption in cooling that made them petrified in unison. So it's definitely something different. This is a whole lot older than what you found in the Reptilia's ruins, like by a long shot.
Right. Oh boy.
Yeah, time to go. So we're not quite there yet.
It doesn't seem
Still
so.
traveling?
Yeah, it doesn't seem so. You have reached your destination yet.
Ooh,
Esterel, I don't know if like at some point if we're ever able to get to a place where you can like talk to your trees or whatever, it might be worth asking about maybe some ancient tree that existed in this area. I don't know, like
I should have taken. Now that you're talking about it, I should have taken commune with nature, because I could have asked the environment, but I didn't think about it. I was more on the defensive front.
we're underground. Nature's not going to be here. We didn't expect trees. I just figured maybe somewhere, if we're still trying to put pieces together, if we can talk to someone who might know about some ancient tree that somehow swallowed a group of people. Anyway.
Yeah.
maybe, but it seems like they were victims as well, if they're petrified.
Also, what time of day is it?
Early. I think it's
9 a.m.
It's 9 a.m., so it's dawn of the day. I need to roll for my staff.
Yep, you can do that.
Yay! So
Dawn.
it's an
Oh shit, do I have any
E6.
dawn things?
Oh god, this darn thing. I might just change it and just say it's a long rest
Woohoo!
because holy shit.
I gained
Well,
2 charges back.
The confusing part is there's dawn and then there's long rest. And
Yeah. I'm just bringing it up because I remember my staff is like very important that I get my charges back, and I don't use it because I did not take speak with
Right.
plants, but my staff does have it and it's 3 charges. So I want to make sure I have enough charges to use it and
Yeah.
not
I think
destroy
I-
it.
I think I have 2 things that are reset at dawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know how much of a nature we're going to see down there, but it's good to know that perhaps maybe I could, ask questions at some point.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, what else
I
can we
wanted
do
to-
here?
I was thinking of something and I forgot.
I can send Glamour ahead unless someone else wants to have a go.
I can definitely send my owl scouting maybe a little bit further to try to, because even if I can't necessarily communicate with it, I can still see and
Mhm.
kind of guide us through. And perhaps having it do a little bit of recon could prevent us going into like different rooms and just maybe streamline a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I'll do that. I'll use my owl to kind of scout ahead and try and prevent us going into dead ends and running in circles for no reason. We're not necessarily trying to explore something right now, and rather just trying to get to a specific spot. So I'll try to use my owl to help us get there as quick as possible.
Yeah. Perception check.
Most effective. Perception. Okay. What is my? I believe my owl has a +5. Let me see. Yes. Oh, okay, +5. So it's the D20 and +5. I don't see shit. I don't
Wow.
see shit. I should have rolled before we started.
Sheesh.
I usually do.
Yeah, I forgot to do that.
I usually
Oh,
do.
no.
I usually get the bad juju out before the game starts, and now I didn't.
Yup. That's
My dice is punishing me.
At some point it has to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, only
Mhm,
so often you can rely on your owl.
Mhm.
It gets a bit tangled as the roots become heavier, or a heavier part of the surrounding architecture. And as you kind of walking and stepping through, you notice at some point your owl branches off in a direction where it's less tangled. And, it feels like this is the more direct and probably safer route to go, which is why it kind of charges there. And you just follow suit, and it does seem to return back to like the more normal structure where it's, normal ruined floors and stuff like that. And after a while of just following it, you can see that there's like a lot of damage on the interior structure itself, like as if, either an earthquake happened and things started to crumble and fall down. You haven't seen a lot of like internal structural damage to the walls itself. It seems like this petrification has stained the interior quite well. However, in this portion where you're now walking around, it looks like either something heavy hit the wall and kind of broke it, or something smashed against it. You're not quite sure. And as you're kind of walking there, you suddenly hear like almost like a creaking noise.
I got us right into a sentinel. God damn it.
Can we slowly back away? try to go in quiet mode and disappear.
Okay, you kind of hear that, and you see there's a corner you could go around, and you're like, maybe not. Maybe this time we don't follow the corner. back to where it goes. And as you step back, Eirik, you hear another, but from above you, where you realize there's a second story that you weren't aware of because you were so focused on the owl. And as you kind of slowly look up to what is there, you just see this ironed body, a triangular shape of a helmet that you've never really seen before. This shape has like several holes in it, like an armor plate, and a long spear that it's holding in one of its arms, completely made out of very heavy plate armor. And it walks to the edge and just directly stares down at you and basically makes eye contact. And you just see this glowing red light coming out of one of the holes as it kind of braces itself and prepares to jump down, at which point you notice in front of you there's another one, and coming around the corner, another one.
Oh my god.
You gotta roll initiative as you encounter your first sentinels. This is what they look like.
Yo.
Ooh.
I love that.
Like a
Awesome.
head, like a draconic metal statue samurai with a bamboo staff. Looks cool.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be loving it for too long, as they're now coming for you. You guys came from the bottom, just as a frame of reference. You can see, actually, I should color code these individuals, because the ones you can see, some of them are like above, and each step basically is 15 feet high, just as a frame of reference. So this is 15 feet high.
So this here is 15 feet high.
Actually, this is even higher. This is actually 30 feet high even. Is it?
Okay.
Oh wait, this one
I do
too.
need
Actually, I just make it easy. Everything's just 15 feet high. I don't want to make it too complicated. Everything's just
Okay.
15 feet high. 2D maps with 3D dimensions, very complicated. The initiative order, I forgot to put out. There it is. Okay.
Of course, we roll shit.
I think I still have like an hour of Blackie left.
Okay, and then now for them, the initiative. Oh, I said spear, but they're wielding glaives. They're also not very fast.
Ooh.
So lucky for you. What's your dex, Eirik?
15 plus 2.
Okay, then you go before them. So,
Okay.
very top of the turn order, unsurprisingly, is the time wizards.
Yeah, I do need like my drift globe light.
Oh yeah.
Is that not daylight, but regular light?
All right.
I believe this is the lowest initiative we've ever rolled, like collectively. It's pretty
bad.
low.
Yeah, mine should rarely be below 20. So,
Yeah.
Boom, boom, and there you go.
there we go. Zoom, enhance. Okay. Oh boy, and the direction we came from again was, I'm guessing, south?
Yes,
Like down here?
south, exactly.
So we have to go up.
If you want to
We think,
continue forward, yeah.
Okay. And are they human size, roughly? Like if a human wore armor?
They seem a bit bigger than that. They look like a very huge humanoidish individual. Yes.
Sure,
Could
sure.
one say they are about dragonborn size?
One would. Well, a large dragonborn too. Like
Okay,
the
yeah.
largest dragonborn you would have ever seen. Though I don't think you would have
Yeah.
seen any dragonborn.
No, nope.
But yeah,
Okay.
they're quite hefty, and their footsteps, as you hear it, are also very, very loud.
Loud.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Okay, so as I kind of see them prompting toward us, I'll look back to, I guess, Izarel, and just say, I see these three.
Hi.
Do you see any others?
That's
So
all I
kinda
see right
point
now.
one. Okay. Wonderful. Let's just try to get past them. I can try to slow them down.
Oh, I
And
perhaps maybe see another one a little further.
further. Okay.
Yes.
So I have to pick a point. Let me zoom a little bit more. Yeah, I can't see from my part. Okay. So centered up like 10 feet. I think here will be fine. Yep, I can get those three in a slow spell. So I can just pick that point, see the magic words, and like the air ripples, targeting those three. It's a wisdom save.
A wisdom save coming right up. We'll start from top to bottom. It's the easiest. It's the first one. That's a fail. Second one is a make. That one is a fail. So I will mark these with this, so I don't forget, but please do remind me just in case.
So the red one succeeded. That is rough. Pressing past it. Next is Azrael. Oh boy. And then Glamour should be here if you can.
Oh
put him on
yeah,
the map.
okay. Yeah, let me.
Oh, technically I have my owl as well.
Alright. I think the. Where's the cat? I didn't put the cat here, that's great. Well, I will just put him separately once again. And then I will give you control. Where's Fiera? Yeah. Okay, you should have control now.
Yep.
I will actually add them to the summons list, so you can just drag and drop it in yourself. You go to the journal, will make it a lot easier. And then an owl, I will also add here.
Oh, it actually goes on my turn, so that's perfect. Look at that.
And then let's make the owl for ISOL. Changes.
Oh.
Delete that. Owl then again.
Hey.
Okay.
Teeny tiny owl.
Yep. The owl I will also add to the summons, so you can drag and drop it in yourself as well.
Oh boy, alright. So you got 3D map, you got stairs, upper buildings, lower buildings. If you go backwards, it looks like that.
My owl just opened some eyes.
I don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
Which one's gonna want to go first? Okay, well I'll follow wherever you guys go. How about that? And I'll just back up, get behind my friends. As I take a look around, I might go back to the stairs. I don't know, because they're prepared for us. But that'll be my turn, and then Glamour can go, and I'll just have him follow me for now.
Alright.
That'll be it.
Okay, then that will take us to Isol's turn.
Yes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast with my bonus action my spiritual weapon.
Alright.
Alright. It did that, but okay. Yeah, I'm going to
What form?
I'm going to cast it right here, and it's going to be a replica of my woodland staff.
Okay. I probably don't have a staff
Yeah.
icon. Let's
I
see.
know.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Let's see.
I mean, yeah, it's like on the spot I throw things. I have my staff. I'm just gonna make it like bigger.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go like right in front of this guy here, and try to whack it.
Okay. Yep. I guess just make your
Yeah, it's a 21 to hit,
21 does hit.
and it's going to be 7 force magical damage.
Okay. Let's just have this there.
Yep, that's good. That's good enough for me.
And let's have a ice well. I will also just make this something you can drag and drop in as well, because that will make it
Awesome.
easier. So he suffers 7 force damage.
Yes, magical force damage. Because I don't know if they're immune to regular damage or not. So just want to make sure, like, my spiritual damage does make magical damage.
I think force is always magical damage, but
Okay.
good looking out.
I never remember, so.
Yeah, that's okay. Alright. Anything else?
So that was my bonus action. And with my action, I will do a tried and true firebolt directly into its face as well.
Alright.
Because why not?
Wow, a natural 20. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's my girl, yeah.
Okay.
It balances for the one I had earlier.
Oh yeah, and the damage would be, you rolled there 17 plus 30.
7. Yeah.
Because we just do max damage for one roll.
Yes.
So that's 47 damage. Holy shit.
Whoosh.
done.
As he
I'm like,
gets
like-
blazed.
that did not do as much damage I wanted with that staff. Let's burn it instead.
Yeah, it kind of, this excruciating heat goes over the armor. You can see that it starts to melt a bit and the joints kind of lock in together. Definitely damaging it quite heavily, but it doesn't seem to care that much. It seems like it doesn't feel any pain. It's a construct, and still kind of goes through and walks past the flames, bracing for his own attack that he wants to make. But he definitely took a big chunk of damage there. Anything else you would like to do?
I will take a step back myself, and I will ask my owl to fly over me to the top of the room and just keep an eye on that thing back there that I can see through its eyes.
Alright.
So basically the command I'm giving my owl is keep an eye on everything that's moving in the area. That's all I'm telling it. Like, stay up, keep an eye.
Alright, then it will do that. You can also move it anywhere if you want to.
Yeah, it's just going up.
Yeah, you can move the owl yourself, so.
Yeah. No, I know, but yeah, that's what I mean.
Up,
stays there,
up,
but it's
okay.
just going up. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, then that will take us to Iwick.
Okay. Let's see if I can get there, yeah. It's dangerous, but worth it, probably. Okay. I'm going to fly 30 feet up in the air and go to this spot here, so I'll write 30.
Nice.
Oops. 30. Change that color to white. 30 feet. Okay, and as I'm flying, I'm going to, seeing that Firebolt just actually did do something to that guy, I'm going to repeat Firebolt at him and see if we can knock him down any further.
All right. .28 would definitely hit. So 19 damage.
Hang on. Plus
Oh yeah.
D8 plus D10. So 19, 26,
32.
32.
Oh yeah. And another fiery blast hits him at the side. You can see now as it impacts the side of his helmet, it starts melting. You can see this big indentation in its helmets, and you can already see that its movements are very abridged and stuck to each other, as most of its armor is kind of melted together. It's very deformed, but it's still standing.
Okay, well, there's another one ahead of me I can see now.
Mm-hmm. There's 4 total.
Fires seems to be melting them, though.
Okay, does that end the turn? All right, then it's their turn. Okay, this sentinel will walk here, and then will just plop down, crack into the earth, and you can just see it leaves this heavy dent where it lands, kind of dust plumes outwards, and it kind of turns its helmet towards you, Fiera, and then suddenly you hear this booming voice coming out of the helmet itself, but kind of in a language you don't understand. And you feel this vibration suddenly come over you. You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
What was the language?
It was Draconic.
I understand it.
So
I understand it.
it is a spell, yes.
Okay, since he's slow, there's a chance that it doesn't go off.
Exactly.
If it casts spells. Oh, somatic components? What was somatic? That's not verbal.
Yeah, somatic is if he has to make a movement with its arm.
Oh, then it might. Did they change this?
Actually,
Did they change slow? Because it just says somatic with the 2024 version.
oh, well, let me see. So, oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one.
It's the old slow, 2014 slow.
Wait, I can look it up here real quick. Here it is. So, he's an actual word.
Oh, yeah, they changed it. It used to be a roll the dice.
Oh, okay. I guess it kind of makes sense if it's only a verbal, why it would work on slow, I guess. Or what are the new rules that it can only be done?
Now it's just if there's somatic components, there's a 25% chance that it fails.
Oh,
But if it's just a verbal spell, then it goes through, I guess.
yeah, it is just a verbal spell. Which is funny that
Okey-dokes.
this very
Yeah, it's weird.
would you
The sun, I'm a wizard.
20? Yeah, okay, very easy. You resisted. Well, the others just you heard hold. So with that, that ends. Well, it will move the rest of its movement. It can only move 15 feet, half movement, right? Because of slow.
Yeah, I've been reading it now that things changed.
Yeah, target speed is halved. All right.
Yep.
So you can move 10 feet over here. So he is next to you. He can't do anything else. This guy will actually just kind of stay where he is. Well, actually, no. He will kind of move to the front. 15 feet. Oh, I should have mentioned the ceiling is 40 feet high. So you would be 25 feet higher than the sentinel right now. Eirik. Just so you're aware. But I think you only went up 30 feet, so that still checks out. It will... you can see it kind of also aim its head towards you, and then you just also see in front of its helmet suddenly a fireball coalesce, and then he shoots a fireball towards you. So he has now a 25% chance of not being able to cast it, because I'm pretty sure Firebolt has a somatic component. Which...
It is verbal and somatic.
Okay, then I guess I will just roll a d4, and if it's a 1, he doesn't get to attack. It's a 3, so it does go through. So a firebolt coming your way. That was a 21. I presume that will hit you, Eirik.
It does, yes.
Okay. Then you take 24 fire damage. But I'm pretty sure...
Resistant, so 12.
Only 12 fire damage there. That will end its turn. And that will now take us to this individual here. He will just run up to you, Isarel.
Does that give my thing an opportunity attack or not?
Unfortunately, not. Spiritual weapon
No? Okay.
doesn't have
Okay.
any reaction.
That's what I was thinking. I'm still mixing Baldur's Gate spiritual weapon and this.
Yeah, in Baldur's Gate, it's its own creature even.
Yeah.
But here, unfortunately,
Literally
not.
a creature. Yeah. No worries.
It will make a sweeping blow attack against you. So kind of take its glaive, kind of try and sweep your feet away. A 16 hits. So you take 8 bludgeoning damage and fall prone as he kind of sweeps your feet right under you. And then he will make a second normal attack. And was a 19. Also hits. You take another 16 plus 1 fire damage, which is 17 in total. And that's it for... Actually, it will then use its bonus action, and you can see it kind of goes into like a squat stance and holds its glaive in front of it, aimed towards you as he braces. And then the other one will go 30 feet here, make visual contact with you, Fiera, and then once again you hear this booming voice. Once again.
Do I believe in myself?
Wow.
That's a good question.
That's deeply existential.
I will. I am a wizard.
Okay, this time he says grovel. 15 unfortunately isn't enough. As you have to use your next turn to grovel. But that ends his turn. You can't do anything else. And that will now take us to Fiera, which your entire turn is spent to grovel, which means you go prone.
Oh boy.
But actually, Glamour can still get his turn, so
Sure. Yeah, I won't be able to give him an order, so I guess, yeah, we're glad to have you here. Can he, like, distract an enemy? Like, giving, like, disadvantage on, like, an attack?
Yeah, I can try and attack it. Oh. I would make him have a roll to see whether or not, you know, it's successful.
It's mostly here to help us. Yeah, sure. I guess maybe he would like climb up it and try to get like in his eyes and scratch away at like the eye hole of the helmet.
Okay, well then just make an attack roll for him, and if he somehow miraculously succeeds to hit, I will... No, yeah, no. Doesn't even scratch the surface of the armor. So unfortunately,
checks out.
ends your turn there, which will now take us to Isolel.
Okay. Let me reread my where is it here? This here. Okay. Yep. I'm going to move with my bonus action my spiritual weapon back to the guy next to me.
Yep.
Does it make it flanking in that case?
Oof.
not?
Well, unfortunately no, because the
No,
spiritual...
because I'm prone, right?
No, because the spiritual weapon isn't
Oh,
considered
it's not
a creature.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Alright, and it's going to try and hit the thing again.
Alright. 12 unfortunately misses as it flies a bit above it.
Okay. I'm going to get up,
Alright.
so I'm not prone anymore.
Yep.
And I will... That was my bonus action.
Those glaives are pretty scary. We should probably try to avoid melee if possible.
Uh-huh. I will. What do I do? Oh, shoot. That's a bit big. Sorry, I'm trying to see what I can do.
So, alright.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Everything is freaking concentration.
Yeah, they even make spiritual
Everything
weapon
is friggin-
concentration, which I found very crazy.
Yeah, that is weird. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, that's the best I can do because I am hurting. I am less than half health. So I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
Alright.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Wow, 53.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm full health.
Yep, well, I would assume.
Okay, okay. All right then.
That's 10d8 right there.
Yep. I didn't think I did my 5th level one. I thought I was doing a 4th. But oh well. What is done is done.
Alright. I think that ends your turn. You probably don't want to leave his range.
Nope.
Okay, anything with your owl you would like to do?
You know what? Yes. I will do something. I will see if I can bait the thing. And I will have it attack.
Okay. Let's see then. Making an attack roll against it.
So it's gonna swoop down, attack, and then go back up.
Oh, okay. So you want to bait out this.
Yeah, I'm trying to bait out his reaction.
Alright.
That's a good idea.
Oh, it's not hitting, but you know, I'm trying to
it's like,
bait out
ka-ding!
his reaction. Yeah.
Would he? I will roll for it.
Yep. I'm just trying.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, he doesn't give a he doesn't even notice it's so owl. Just like, ting!
Yeah.
It was just a
I tried.
rock falling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
Yeah. I tried.
Yeah, it was an attempt. Okay.
Yep.
Then we come to Eirik.
Yes, it I.
What? I don't know what. There's not much I can really do. We're going to fly up this wall to there, and so from where I'm at 30 feet, you said the ceiling's 40 feet?
No. In total, 40 feet. So 10 feet is still above you.
I can only go 10 more feet.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
That's fine. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go as high as I possibly can. So we're now 40 feet up. As I fly past this hallway, can I take a quick glimpse to see if there's anything in there?
Yeah, sure. Can make a perception check. $20. Just seems like a hallway where there's another corner would lead to the right again. But as far as you're concerned, it's just another hallway that just leads further in.
Okay, nothing's hiding.
Doesn't
Alright.
seem so, no.
But from there, I'm going to firebolt the same guy again, who's attacking Isorel. Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, yeah. 30 will definitely hit.
Ah, bullshit. Okay, one more. Oh, come on.
Alright. Another firebolt comes shooting down, and you can see it kind of lifts its glaive, almost about to strike Isorel again, but before it does so, you hit the back of its head and kind of stays still for a moment. And then for another moment, and it seems like it just stopped moving, as its kind of entire helmet has been like kind of corroded and burnt and melted in. It seems to have died, and Isorel, you can see after the flames cross over its head, the kind of glowing red bead of light that was behind its helmet just kind of fades away, and the sentinel is just standing in front of you right now.
Please get out of there. I don't know if it's gonna wake up again or something.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else? A bonus action?
Nope, that's it.
Very well. Then we will start off with the one that is hovering above you, Israel. He will attack you first.
Me?
Not Israel, Fiera, I mean. Excuse me.
Okay.
I
was confused.
Yep, he will make that attack with advantage, since you're prone.
Yep.
That's a 24.
Yeah, I'll do that hits.
Yeah, roll guess. Dealing only 11 damage. And as it's sweeping by, as part of his glaive attack, he kind of cleaves Glamour with that one attack, as he can deal 5 damage on a successful hit to any creature that is within 5 feet of him, as he just makes a sweeping attack and catches Glamour in it. And you can see Glamour's like, ha! Take my claws, you dare! And just poos out of existence. Oof.
Okay, he's gone. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I want to use a resource. Yeah, I'll chronal shift that because I think I need the slow, or he'll just kill me. So my reaction, chronal shift to try to hold on to slow.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're good.
So he remains in his slowed motion, and as he's kind of trying to sweep back for second attack, he's unable to do so because he is too slow. This creature, this one up here, will kind of turn behind and look at you, Eirik, and you hear a booming voice. Ulavatakal. You have to make a wisdom saving throw, and he orders you to fall.
Your wisdom's good, right?
Oof.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right.
Oh god.
Oh boy. Turn it back. So at on your next turn, all you can do is do as he commands, which is to fall. Yes. And then he will use his movement to walk 15 feet towards you, as he's expecting you to fall down any moment. Ending his turn there. This one will come here. And you can see as he's kind of rushing in, he takes his glaive and then swoops against you, Israel, as his glaive has a 10-foot reach. It's a very long weapon, so long in fact I couldn't even include it in the art. Definitely wasn't because I was too lazy to draw a glaive. So he make 2 normal glaive attacks against you. That is a 14 was the first one.
Meets it, beats
Oh
it.
damn. So the
Yep.
first one hits you for 22 damage. Your owl is still in the air, so he doesn't
Yep.
manage to strike that. And then a second attack comes your way. It was a 29. It will definitely hit. For another 19 damage. And then this one also once again will kind of go into a brace position and starts bracing. Ending its turn, taking us now to Fiera. You're prone, but now back in control of your own body. What do you want to do?
Is it still half movement to get up?
Yes.
Do that. That's 15 feet. I can't see higher getting where he's gone. For me, I'll scale out. I have 2 of them slowed. Do what you have to do. I'll meet you guys on the other side. And I'll start running. Because that's my movement. My action, Constitution's probably going to be pretty good, but we haven't tested it. We've only tested Wisdom. See, Israel trouble's the problem. Tech technically I could take
I'm
another
good.
hit.
I'm good. I'm good.
I saw you got cut in half.
Get out of there.
I'll do what Piera would do. She will raise her glove toward the pink sentinel, and I'll try to use momentary stasis on it. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw coming right up. Here it is.
17.
Ooh, 11. He fails.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you see as all the statuettes in front of you, black sand starts swirling around it and it freezes in place.
Oh, it freezes in place. All right, nice.
It is, I think it's incapacitated.
Oh yeah, until it gets attacked or at the
yes.
end of your next
so you
turn.
should be familiar with it. I can post it here.
Yeah.
Or
Wow.
I can't.
Oh,
post it.
yep. Yep.
Amazing.
I'll copy and paste.
Listen, it's very useful information.
It's an action, but yeah, there you go. So don't attack it, but it more or less loses its turn. So, and no reactions for it.
Very.
Okay, that's it. My
nice.
action movements can't use a bonus action because Glamour is dead. So that's it.
Okay, then that will take us now to Fiera.
Yara?
Oh, I swear, man, I keep,
I'll go
Yes.
again.
I keep mixing you guys
Alright.
up. That's crazy.
Lineage feature. Boop. Misty Step. I'm up here now.
All right,
Yes. Yes.
that's bonus action.
Uh,
I'm done there.
Yes, so that is my bonus action. I will leave my spiritual weapon there for now.
Oh wait, spiritual
um,
weapons concentration, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, then you would have to do 2
I
concentration
need to do
checks.
2 concentration checks.
Yeah, I also forgot about that.
And I have advantage on it.
Yep.
So this is the first one. Which fails.
I don't know. 11 might just be barely enough. Wait, you got 22? Yeah, makes it breaks it. It was 11. Yeah, so you succeeded.
Okay, first one. And now second one.
Just also beats a 10.
I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm
very
good.
Spiritual weapon is still up. Very nice. All right.
Yes. Okay. So that was my bonus action.
Just don't hit the pink one with the weapon.
Yep. Oh no, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna firebolt the green one, because I know Eirik has firepower to hit the orange one for now. So I'm going to firebolt that guy.
And -2 to its AC. Not that you need it, apparently.
Yeah.
Oof, what a low roll this time around. Goddamn.
Yeah. A 2, and a 1.
But still takes 5 damage.
Fire damage.
And this time you can see the fire kind of just
Yeah.
swivels off on the side as it kind of manages to just take it.
And I will ask my owl to do the same thing it did, but with the green one to try and bait the reaction out of it.
Oh, well, it doesn't have one. It's slowed.
Oh. Okay, then. It's just gonna float around.
Okay. Alright. Then we come to Eirik's turn. However, you fall down. I will allow you to make a dex save, just. And the DC is 13, otherwise you will fall prone, because you just kind of fall down from the damn sky. 16, easy enough. So you fall down, kind of roll yourself up, but you take no further damage from the fall, and you are not prone, but you're standing there with this guy in front of you, which will now take us to the Sentinel's turns once again. This one will pursue you, Fiera, and it will make a sweeping blow attack.
Oh, yeah.
Coming down a natural 1. Oh, so it misses As you can see in its
Plus 11?
yeah, slow state,
Okay.
and it just hits the wall, and his halberd just kind of gets stuck inside of there, and he's kind
I
of
think that saved me.
stuck in that moment. However, that will take us to this one's, and it will just follow you. So you've got now 2.
Is it not incapacitated?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Is
You're right.
it
You're right. You're right. You're right.
momentary stasis?
Yep, you're completely right. I forgot about that. The
Yep,
other
yep,
one
yep.
will go to Eirik, and he will just swing down with a regular glaive attack onto you. And with a 50, I believe that misses.
This is.
Just kind of cracks into the earth next to you as it kind of slowly adjusts itself once again, which will now take us to Fiera's turn.
Oh boy.
Bubble time.
I mean,
Bubble time.
I want to keep slow up is the thing.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Wizard's got in a weird spot here. Okay, just so I know the location. Is that a bridge or an arch above us?
Yes.
Or is that thing below us? Okay.
About it's on the same level where
Bridge.
Isurel is right now, exactly.
So it's a bridge for me,
15
basically.
feet up.
15 feet up.
Okay. We're going exploring because I can't go forward. So I'm gonna go 15 look around. Yep. Okay. The staircase, how would I get up to that? Like over here? Is that
Exactly.
Nice.
I would just say that's ground level, just to make things less complicated, because technically this layer has 3 height levels, which I am not gonna go through the head calculations to do that. So we'll just say that's on ground level that leads up to there.
Okay. How quickly can I get up that? I've moved 15 feet. I'm guessing I can't go up from my spot.
Yeah, no,
Maybe to the right.
you would have to kind of go all the way around the stairs, or you can make an
Like the enter here.
acrobat.
I'm not gonna be jumping or anything.
Yeah, otherwise you would have to make an acrobatics or
Okay.
athletics check to try and get up there.
Another 15 feet. So that's my movement. I guess we dash. I don't know if I go backwards, then we're gonna get separated. That's not gonna be fun. So make my way around. Okay, so I'll dash. 5. Can I go easily up now? Onto the stairs?
Yes, I will allow you to kind of
Okay,
just
lovely.
jump over the stairs.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I see 3 paths I can go. Wonderful. That's my action. That's my movement. Trying to think of this. Okay, let me double check. Actions. Do I have them? This one I have a familiar. Okay. Okay, that'll be my turn as I look around and figure out where to go. So the stasis now wears off.
All right. Then, Isurel, it is your turn.
Yes. Bonus action. I will ask my thing to move and whack the thing.
Mhm.
Hold on right here. Oh my gosh, what is
Oh,
wrong
a
with
12
it?
again. God damn. That will unfortunately miss again.
Alright, and I'm going to... Oh, it's a good thing it missed though, because I'm stupid and I should not ask it to attack this one. Because it's stasis.
No,
so
no.
if I do hit it...
The stasis wore off last
Yeah.
time.
The sand just fell after
Oh.
my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I will hurl another firebolt at this one.
All right, at the green one.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Boom.
Oh, 16 unfortunately will miss, even with the -2 AC. As fire comes there once again, hits the back part of its armor, but it seems to be unaffected by it as it just kind of curls off the armor itself. Self-movement.
I will walk back a little bit to protect myself.
Oh,
and that will be it for my turn.
Okay, then I wick.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh.
My owl, I will try to bait the reaction out of this one. Go squish squish and back.
Okay. Now let's see.
Oh my gosh. It's even worse than I thought. Because it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. Because it has flyby.
Oh, okay.
So it's just going to attack. And
Wow.
hit it, I guess.
Damn. It goes off, it scratches, and though it hits with 1 damage, it doesn't do any damage.
Yeah.
Even with 1 damage. It seems like the armor the talons kind of claw over it, but they just kind of flicker off to the sides. And isn't quite physically able to grab it properly. And it seems like this armor has kind of a weird texture that makes it very difficult to kind of hit with physical things. And your owl just kind of swoops by, and the thing just doesn't react. Once again, doesn't even notice that it has been struck by this flying owl.
All right, that's it.
Alright.
That's all I have.
Okay, Eirik, now it's your turn.
Creating distractions.
We're gonna take the attack that's likely gonna come from this, and I'm going to fly away into this hallway.
Well, it's still slowed, so it doesn't have a reaction.
Oh shit! Wonderful. So I'm gonna do that, and just before I tuck away into that corner, I'll firebolt him.
All right. A 20 hits.
Gosh.
Just barely. As you reach around the corner and as you're flying by.
Oh yes.
Wow, 26. Nice.
Hang on. Plus.
Oh.
Ooh.
Alright, so that's 35 damage that comes blasting his way. Alright, anything else? How high did you fly?
I'm right off the edge. I haven't flown up, so
Okay.
I assume 15 feet.
Alright.
Yeah, so I just tucked myself around that corner in that spot, so I'm hugging the near wall.
Okie
I don't see
dokie.
Eirik anymore.
Yep. Then we shall return to them. This one is going to go 15 feet all the way here, and it will make a firebolt attack against you, Fiera. I will say you have +2 to your AC because he can't fully see you, and you're somewhat obscured by the stairs.
I can't see that, but also, is it the pink one, I assume?
Oh no, the green one.
Oh.
The one next to you.
Yeah, sure. Then he has to roll if it goes off first.
Yep. A D4 once again. 4. He does get to make it. So he is a fire
Okay.
against you. And 11 misses. So it just hits the stairs in front of you, and the sparks just kind of fiddle out there. Ending its turn, can't do much. This guy is gonna go here, and then he's gonna go in his knees in an attempt to jump back up which you will have to make an athletics check. It was a 27. Just lands there. And I will walk all the way over here. And I once again attack you with its glaive. And that will be a 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's another concentration check for your spiritual weapon. And 18 damage. $15 makes it. And then a second glaive attack. So 27 will definitely hit. For another only 11 this time. I will still have to make another concentration check.
These glaives are just badass.
20,
Get one for
easy.
Jade.
Enough. Ends its turn. I can't do anything else. Actually, we'll use this bonus action to brace again. And then this guy will just go 15 feet. Fall down. Look towards you. And once again. Ovalkastalta. To make a wisdom saving throw. As
Come
it
on.
commands you to fall. And once again, rinse and repeat.
This might be terrible.
This will
I wish I could see.
end their turn, taking us to Fiera. What do you do?
Oh my gosh.
What do I do? I feel like I'm getting farther from the exit. I have 3 paths. It sounds like there's combat going on. That probably isn't going well. I'm gonna keep slow up and just slowly make my way. Do I go to the right and look what's down the hallway? Do I cross the bridge? Man, options. Okay, I'll yell out. I can probably do that. Can you guys make it?
Actually, I just forgot. Don't you always make a save at the end of the turn to break slow?
That's a good question.
Uh-oh.
I think so, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Nope.
Well, I forgot.
Oops.
I guess I'll make 2 now. You know what? Because we forgot it this entire time, I will give them advantage on these 2 saving throws.
I think that's fair.
So the first one is the one next to Eirik, which fails. And the second one also fails, so it stays the same.
Okay.
So nothing changes. Good.
Yeah, I was keeping track of turns, but yeah. I thought it was the case for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird. Some spells have it, some don't, so I can easily forget.
Okay. I guess, can they respond?
Yeah.
If they can make it?
Yeah, I usually allow talking in between rounds. You don't have to talk only on your round. It's okay. I'm not that
All
strict.
you hear from Isorel is a little.
Would I even hear it being so far away?
That chuckle, probably no.
No, I mean Fiera's call out.
Yeah. It echoes quite a bit inside of here, so and you're not, like, super far. Probably muffled, but you have pretty good passive perception, so yeah.
I'll just yell, I don't know where I am anymore.
Okay. Keep the slow up because I have no idea what's happening with Isorel. I don't know which way to go. Do I have a coin? Sure, I have a coin. That's fine. I will go to the right. So I'm gonna go 10. I gotta zoom out. There we go. 20. Oh, I hope that goes somewhere. 30. I see staircase. Yeah, I'll dash. So 15. And And then another 15. Okay, now I don't know where I am. Lovely. Okay, that's my action and movement.
All right.
To end up wherever this is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's turn 4 for slow.
All right, then Isoel, it is your turn now.
All right.
If your target's, I don't know what you're doing, but if your target's slow, they don't have a reaction.
They aren't.
I don't know. No, they're not.
Then
Where
that's
is
wrong.
it? Where is it? So that was my elven lineage. I will use my Fate Touched feature to Misty Step the fuck out of here.
All right.
And then I will run a little further. Because I'm not liking being too close to this guy. And then I will firebolt it with my action.
Which one are you going to firebolt?
The slowed one.
The
You know
green
what?
one.
No. I'm gonna go. No. Focus. Yeah, the green one.
Okay. A 17 unfortunately will miss, even with the -2 on its AC.
Yes. That's all I can do.
Okay. Then that will take us to Irik's turn, who will have to fall once again. So you have to make a dexterity saving throw just to see that you don't land prone and or 15. More than enough. You once again managed to land on
It
your
was
feet.
on a 1.
Oh boy. Now coming to our sentinels again. The one will stop pursuing Fiera just because it's completely out of sight. It's got no idea where you are. So instead, we'll continue the pursuit on Isoel. So he will move here, start to climb up, and will also use his action to dash. So he has to make an athletics check with 21. He makes it all the way up here, and he can move an additional 5 feet to get here. While the other one is going to go here, and then it will use... Oh, just shoot you with a firebolt. Just a good old firebolt. And here it comes. It's a 12, which I believe misses. So just hits the wall next to you. Nothing happens there. While the other one on the top will just go to you, Eirik, and then try and... actually, we'll use this sweeping blow this time. And... it's a 20. I believe that hits.
Yep.
I'm not doing good, guys.
And you take 7 bludgeoning damage and are prone as you kind of fall over as your feet get swept away there. Which will now take us to Fiera's turn.
They can make their saves.
Oh, yeah. We will start with Irik's one. 12 is a fail, and then now the green one. So 15 is still a fail.
Okay. So the wisdom is not good. Just well,
Yep.
I'll
And
say they seem pretty good.
I mean-
Um,
they're freaking
they're rolling.
metal boxes. So
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna keep yelling out as I run. Someone find the exit. I'm looking for it. What the hell's? Oh God! 3 directions. Oh. Okay. Okay.
well, you would see, like, right would continue, but that's the end of the map.
Right. I mean, I guess our goal is to get off the map, but continue onward. And I assume if we're going to the bottom of the map, we have to go back to the beginning kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it doesn't matter what side of the map we kind of exit, or...
No. It would take you out of combat either way, but if you went down back to the south, you would be back where you were before, and you wouldn't have made any progress. Here, you would at least advance.
So we might get a new location by like
exactly
continuing onward.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll yell out. I found a way out. If you need help, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna get to safety. And then I'll go here. Would I have to jump down?
Yeah, 15 feet.
If I took my time, like next turn, can I get down safely without plummeting, or would I have to do something?
Well, you would have to make still like an acrobatics and or athletics check, but the DC would be very, very, very low. It's like, 5 or something.
Okay, I will end my turn there then.
All right, then that will take us to Israel. Oh my god, I almost said it again.
Okay. I'm gonna run here. Misty step over here.
All right.
I'm just running around the map, and then I'll use my last 5 of movement right here, and then I will firebolt this one.
All right. Let's see.
Come on, that's better. That's
A
much
30
better.
will definitely hit.
Yes.
Dealing 14 damage there.
Yes.
As it gets hit by the fire, and it kind of takes a step back, but realigns himself again.
And oops.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that will be it. And I really need to go to the bathroom. So if I die, please let me know.
All right. Actually, I also have to go to the bathroom. So we might just take a break here.
Yes, please.
Perfect.
So, yeah, gonna see you guys in a quick sec. Bye. And we're back, jumping right into Irik's turn. What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's I'm prone, but I'm not gonna do anything yet with my movement because I'm going to use a 2nd level spell slot and use Misty Step to get myself here.
All right.
I'm just in front of the doorway there. Let me mark off that spell slot. And then I'm going to use my movement to go...
You still have to burn half your movement to get up, because I don't think Misty Step undoes prone, unfortunately.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think, because prone
But
is...
can I Misty Step first, though?
Yeah, sure,
like-
sure. Yeah, of course.
So I'm just prone all of a sudden. Okay, so I can just get to there, so that's my movement. And Misty Step was a bonus action, so I can use my action then to just run. Here.
All right.
Done.
Yeah, nice. And as you
And
kind of...
suddenly I see Fiera, and I'm like, holy shit!
Yep. And you encounter each other.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were on the other side of the map. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that ends your turn. And that'll take us to the Sentinels. The one will try and go after you with movement, dash, movement, but he's too slow. He doesn't even come close. Can't even see you. While the others... The green one... Well... Once again... Look at you, Israel, and this time go...
Sulvakatal.
And then give the command to grovel. So you have to make a
wisdom, right?
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw. Which you're pretty good at, so... Yes, 22.
I just,
Easy.
I look at it and I just...
That's a machine, it doesn't react. But it will use its movement to kind of jump down here. And then walk 5 feet. And of its turn, actually, for both of them, I will now make the wisdom saves before I forget it again. 19, so the one with Eirik has his slowed gone. So putting that away. And the other one... 21, whoa, boy, both simultaneously. That is dangerous, so I guess the concentration on his spell would also just disappear.
Yeah, I'm guessing it would feel that it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
I would just drop it.
So the pink one will go all the way here. And then it will just, while it's on the bridge, shoot a firebolt your way, Isoel.
Where you are.
It's a firebolt, and that's a 24. And that will deal a total of 10 fire damage. As it flies your way.
Still up.
Can I see the light of the firebolt to have an indication where it landed?
Nope, not from where you are. Absolutely no.
Okay.
And that will end all of their turns, taking us now to Fiera.
Huh. What do we do? Step 1. Isabel, where are you? We're over here.
I'm coming. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Can I tell if that was from my left or downward?
I have a plan.
It seems to be coming more downward.
Okay, so it sounds like she might be following the path I took. Maybe. 15 feet up. I want to stay up here until I see her. So if I wanted... that'd be... Well, I don't know if it would be waste. If I wanted to, like, use my action to give her a potion if she comes by, because it wouldn't use a potion if it doesn't happen. Could I have like, a potion ready so that on her turn, if she gets near me, I can just chug it down her throat?
Yeah, you can prepare an action to give someone a potion.
Perfect. I take a potion out, look down the hallway, look back to Eirik, and then just... Ready, stand? Sure. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna 5 feet. Yeah, I'll stand in the corner. Why not? Yeah, I'll just wait. I'll have potion out.
Alright. And it will take us to Isoel's turn.
Yes. I will whoosh. Wild shape into a giant eagle.
Nice. Should have the giant eagle.
Yes.
There.
Zoop. Boop.
Suddenly, this eagle just comes barreling around a corner, and Fiera's like,
Whoa!
That is pretty much what I'm trying to get it to happen. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to give me vision though on the owl, because
that means it doesn't have dark vision, so you don't see anything as a giant eagle. Or do you still have... Yeah, no, you get all the physical traits of them, I believe.
You know what?
Wild Shape's a little different.
I'm not quite sure because I don't know if you have dark
No,
vision. You
I
would
wouldn't
think.
know this. I would know this. I would not turn into a giant eagle. I would turn into a giant owl. Because I know they have dark vision.
All right. Yes, then just drag in the
There's
owl
something. Yeah.
token and just make
So
it big.
Oops. Not what? This. Oh, come on. Boop. And then just make it big. Make it big. Make it.
I'll just do it. Yep. Here it is.
Boop. There it is. Hoot hoot. Okay. So this. Yep. So I'm just gonna fly up there. Boop. So that's 80 feet. 60 feet, sorry.
Mhm.
And then I will use my dash action to pretty much do the same. Oops. Doop. Okay, right there. Whoop! And all of a sudden you have a giant owl next to you.
Okay. I'm pretty sure your owl doesn't need motion. So I'm just like, whoa, don't push me off, please. But if you can give a ride, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm just grazing the ground basically. So if Fiera wants to jump on me, I'll totally allow it. I'm not gonna like stop her or something.
Well, I guess
But yeah,
prepared the action to give her a potion. She's an owl.
I mean, yeah, I would stow it away if possible, because I don't know how that works. I don't think if I heal an owl, she heals. Actually, how does it work?
Well, she would just
with the new rules.
regain hit points as an owl.
But doesn't B-shape give
Oh
you temporary
yeah.
hit
Oh
points
true.
yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah, she would
Oh.
just heal normally. So yeah, it wouldn't heal her beast shape or wild shape form.
now? But it would heal her hit points.
Yeah, it would heal her hit points exactly.
Okay, well, as you land in front of me, I just have this potion, and I put it up to your beak.
I'll accept it. Glug glug.
Or- then how do the potions work now? Is it 4d4 plus 2?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's also updated as well if you just take the.
Yes, it is updated in the inventory. When you roll it, it goes automatically.
Okay, because it says 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, it's probably added like the old ones then. I think the new ones should have. Wow.
Well, this is the 2024 one.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I just have them also be the same, also doubled. I mean, so just roll another 2d4 and then add them.
Oh, wow. There you go, 13.
Yeah.
And we'll get rid of that potion. Boom. Okay.
Okay, that ends Iceworld's turn. This will take us now to Ivig.
Are we going down the hall?
Yeah, to the
Hoot, hoot,
right.
hoot.
All right. So we're gonna go there, and go there, and I'll make my way to the edge. Double dash.
Alright, so you're basically out then if you kind of step out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I can still see them, like yeah.
Alright, then that will bring us to the Sentinels. This one
Right.
will make its way here. Being able to see you, just seeing a big ass owl and a wizard, it would just shoot one firebolt. I guess against the largest creature, which is the owl, and this just makes sense. Also 26 to hit.
Yes.
I will deal a 9 fire damage. Ending its turn there, while the other ones will attempt to pursue. I'm pretty sure they are too far away to get close. Ending that turn, taking us to Fiera.
Oh, okay. I was worried how close they were. Yeah, if she'll let me, I will. Was becoming a regular thing. Get on top of Israel. And you
Yep.
hold on.
Definitely can.
Action, movement, whatever I can.
Yep.
Yep.
And
I'm
then-
just gonna go hide my Isorel form over here because she doesn't exist right now.
Yep. And I guess just takes us
That's it.
ice well, and I presume you're just gonna swoop.
Swoop out with
Oh, boy.
Fiera.
And with that, you manage to escape the.
And I would most likely stop to see if I can grab Eirik by the bolero and just fly off.
You.
I know it's probably gonna get me to half movement, but at least like I know I'll be able to go much quicker than if we're all on
Right.
foot.
And you can fly for a while, right?
I got 60 feet.
Well, I mean, like time-wise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can fly for 3 hours.
Oh,
4 hours. 4 hours.
we can get some distance.
Yes.
Definitely, and that's the reason why you don't really have to make a skill check to just get rid of them, because you're way faster than them. And with that speed, you just kind of cruise through basically several areas of the dungeon, managing to kind of escape the ones that you, stumbled upon so unluckily. And after, you fly for a good 15 minutes to make sure, they aren't on hot pursuit. And they do make quite a bit of noise while they're walking. That's when you realize how unfortunate it was that you, run right into them without having noticed them beforehand. That you kind of take a break after those 15 minutes. You think that the coast is clear. Take a deep breathe in, realizing where you still are. And the journey continues. So what is your next move?
Health? Anybody? What are we looking at?
I think mostly Israel that needs help.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, we could take a short rest, but I'd rather do that once. Well, if we get to the sanctuary and there's trouble, we should be healthy.
Yeah.
So maybe we find a safe spot to go down and. Well, she's in B shape. We don't want to waste that. Can you just heal her a little bit? I mean, we have potions too.
Yeah, I'd rather use potions because I'm running out of spells. And
Yeah,
it's worrying that we're
Yeah,
gonna have to come out of this damn dungeon, and I'm just gonna have firebolt left.
Yeah, we need to make sure you have more than that for Maldor. Okay, I'm fine giving her another one of my potions. I have 3. I don't.
Well, no, I still have a bunch. I can give her a potion. I don't let's keep it even at least. So I'll give her one potion.
It's weird how inventory works when you're wild shaped, but I'll basically rummage into my backpack and get out one of my greater healing potions, uncork it, and glug 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 glug.
Actually, I think while you're wild shape, your equipment transforms with you, so you aren't able to access it. I think it's specified.
You can choose
Oh,
if
okay,
you
okay.
keep your inventory or not.
She was
Alright.
ready for that.
I was ready.
Okay.
I was ready. So yeah, I'll just rummage through my backpack, get one of my greater healings, and just glug glug it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
very
what they're
nice.
for. Just use them.
Okay.
Do-
Then
do- do.
roll.
Because I do have 2, so that would be 8d4 plus 4.
That's right. You did your druid quest.
So that is boom plus 4.
Ooh.
All right, and I'll
So
give
that's
you
23. And another 13.
Like, get you close?
Yes and no. I am much more comfortable. Plus, I still have some temporary hit points from my wild shape form. So
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
feeling
how do you guys
much
feel
better.
about traveling while you're still an owl, then at least try to get
Yes.
there? You can scope it out.
Yes. Yes. And I have 120 feet dark vision as well, so
That's
that helps.
Yeah.
So I'll just signal to Fiera to get back onto me, and I'll get ready to grab Eirik.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. Well, the skill challenge continues from here on out.
Yep.
And
I'll-
yeah, just remember what you want.
I'll use my own owl perception to
So
try
there's
and look around.
a big hooter and a small hooter are now
Yes.
traveling through this dungeon.
Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, I have +7 to perception. Nice. There we go. Oh,
Oh my god.
it was
What?
almost a 19. It
Oh,
was almost a 19.
owls probably don't have advantage.
Unfortunately not. They took that away and gave them proficiency.
But if I was using my small hooter with me, would that not give me advantage then?
Wow, we would have to say that.
I forgot. Yeah,
yeah.
I forgot to say it. I forgot to mention it. We mentioned I have a big hooter and a small hooter, and I forgot to say I'll get my some stupid.
Sometimes you just forget things, and maybe because you were in a rush.
Like I forget that I freaking have guidance.
That as well.
Oh.
So
I
many
mean,
things.
that one wouldn't.
Yeah, in this scenario at least.
Yeah, I know, but still,
So you're
I forgot again.
floating through the area, and you, as you kind of caving through the alleyways, you're trying to find that either like something new because you went away from the rooted area and you're not quite sure if that is the correct direction to go to or not because you were in the more quote unquote common areas of this dungeon with the normal walls and stuff like that. And then at some point you walk into what seems to be a rather long hallway that you've been traveling down for quite a while, and you've been ignoring most smaller rooms just because most of them just turned out to be, you know, empty rooms with nothing inside of them. But at some point you kind of glimpsed something in one of the smaller rooms, and you're just intrigued enough to go check it out, hoping that might lead to a different direction where you're not constantly going down this one long hallway that seems to be leading into nowhere. And as soon as you kind of fly inside, you feel a immediate sense of heat as you encounter this enormous statue of a dragon head that's just in front of you. And as soon as you make eye contact of it, you just see a huge flame spew shoot out of its maw, and you will have to make a dexterity saving throw as you are in the
Jesus.
middle of its path.
Wow. Dex save.
It's bad for me. Was that a save? Oh no, it was just Dex.
All right. Well, the only one who makes it is
Hold on.
Eirik.
Hold on.
I don't think I have any
Yeah.
sort of elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
So
What did
32
you
damage
Oh, that's a fireball. Okay.
as you're blasted by basically this cone of fire from the statue of the dragon head. As the flame dissipates, you know, you kind of feel you're on a burning eagle. Eirik, you
Oh
only
no,
take...
no, we crashed down. There's
Oh
no more
yeah,
eagle.
yeah, it
no
burns
more
away,
evil.
and as you land on the ground, you notice the head, the maw, lights up again, as it's still within its vicinity.
Out.
Yep,
So
yep,
you
run,
run
run,
away.
run, 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 run,
So
run.
roll initiative to see if you're faster
Oh, Jesus.
than its activation.
Nope.
I get. I probably have to recast this soon, but I should get D8 still. Oh, it died. Wow. So I'm at 17.
17. Okay, everyone makes it except Isuel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
As you all kind of run out, and as you're running out, you see that Isuel's been burned badly. And once again, the cone just
Good God.
shoots again. You have to make another dexterity saving throw. Eric, you only took 8 fire damage
8.
from that. Exactly.
I'm still not saving.
13 is another fail, unfortunately.
I'm gonna add a flash of genius to that one because I'm safe, so I'm gonna just give her that little extra motivation.
Yeah, to kind of run a bit faster. Okay, putting out an 18, which just barely makes it. So you only take half of this.
boy.
Oof, 16 fire damage as you get burned. Once again, but I say, since you're running away, you are out of the reach of the cone after this turn.
Oh my gosh.
And the flames.
Hey. So how about we take a little break?
Do I recognize the dragon?
You can make a perception check. Was it 18?
Pat the flames out.
You kind of
Pat.
peer out the corner as Isuel burning kind of runs out and look to see, and with like the dimming flame from its maw that it was spewing, it doesn't look like Torva. However, it has a few resemblances on how the kind of facial structure of Torva is built, and every dragon type have like similarities, and this dragon type that has been kind of modeled inside of the statue seems to be either, you know, somewhat related, maybe the same type of dragon. Obviously it's spewing fire, so it also might be like a fire dragon. So you recognize, definitely similarize a lot of the spikes and just general anatomy of, and the proportions specifically, with the large horns curling up from behind and a very strong underjaw, kind of indicates that it might be from the same dragon species.
Cool.
It's kind of interesting because the guards we fought also threw fire, but we're in Azathia, which I think was Sylvis's territory, which is a nature dragon or nature entity.
They threw fire, but they also seem to take the fire damage pretty
Right.
hard. I mean, it's metal, heat,
Yeah.
metal, whatever, but the fact that it seemed like it did decent damage. So they
Yes.
have the ability, but are also not protected from it.
Can we
Good
take a
question.
breather,
Yes.
please?
Yes, let's tend to the burns we all got there.
We gotta really think this shit through now.
Yeah, maybe we don't fly at full speed. That's probably a good idea. But
Yeah.
yes, tend to burns. Let's take
Okay.
a rest.
I'm to do a short rest.
Alright, don't forget, keeping track of your hit dice.
I am keeping track of it.
Remind me what that was again, Jack?
The hit dice.
Yeah, what was the...
You need at least one hit dice to even do a short rest. And you only get half of your maximum hit dice back on a long rest, which doesn't apply here since...
half of the long... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
26. Oh, it automatically put it in. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
I guess I'll do one more. That
Oh,
feels
wow.
bad. That feels
Okay.
bad. But that's fine. Okay. And I might
right.
have to get some of my spells back. I can get 6 back. What have I used?
Okay.
I'll use my third.
I guess, how many hit dice do you have left over? Just to...
I have 2.
You only have 2 left?
Yes.
Oh boy. I have 7 left.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left.
I'm also going to use my arcane recovery and just use all 6 now to get 3rd level and 3 firsts.
Alright. Okay.
Get back to full strength. Oh, I could use the Pearl of Pot. Well, I have to tune to it. Yeah, I will because we can attune an item on a short rest.
Yep.
Okay, so I will unattune from the rain. Keep it on though. Gonna tune to the Pearl of Power. Just in case
Everything
need
that
it.
I have gets back on a long rest. So I have nothing.
Get some health. Health here.
Yes, that was the goal. But
Actually,
I
I guess-
did not use a lot of spells, so I'm still okay
That's
in
the
that realm.
question. Because I could give the Pearl of Power to one of you two as well if you feel like you need another 3rd level spell slot. I'm doing okay.
I've only got 1 3rd level spell slot left.
I have my
I-
I have my 6th level, I have 1 of my 5th level, I have all 3 of my 4th level, all 3 of my 3rd level, I have 1 2nd level, and 2 1st level left. So I did not use a lot of spells.
I mean, you have to attune to the Pearl. Would you have a slot for that? Because you can unattune next time you take a rest.
Hang on. I am attuned to my boots, my tooth, my shield, and my wand. I need them all. Well, I mean, I don't need the boots.
Right. I mean, you can put them back on later, or I guess activate them later. We could just wait too. But it sounds like you definitely need it more than me.
I mean,
Here's the thing.
it would
Have
help
you
because that's my 3rd levels are my fireballs.
haven't you
Exactly.
used your boots for today anyways?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was using them a little bit while flying. I have
Yeah.
while fighting. I have 2 hours and 29 minutes left of flying, and I gain 2 hours back for every 12 hours I don't use them.
Some,
A lot of
So it's like a battery that can charge every so often.
yeah. So like
So I think you could potentially unattune to them at least for now.
I think they're pretty useful.
Well, yeah, of course, but
I would like to have a fly ability when we get back to the ravine.
okay.
Yeah. Well, we
I
need to
get
figure out how we're I know we want to plan about when we leave, but maybe we
I know. We have to plan about.
We have to get
we
there
can't
first.
save things. We have to use everything we have to get
Yeah.
there and get this job done.
We need Jade. We freaking need Jade.
Right now, I'm guessing she's. Yeah, everybody's trying to keep her alive in other realities,
Yeah.
which is.
If she's not here, then we can't. We unfortunately can't worry about her. We can't
know.
rely on that. Like
She is safe where she is, and we do have capabilities on our own. Okay, I'll keep the pearl for now. If you end up using your resources, we can trade it off to you later. And I can always give you a spell too. It just won't be a fireball.
I mean, so like I still have all my 1st levels, but there's not like a ton of stuff in there that does a whole lot. I have 1 2nd level and I have 1 3rd level, and I have oh, hang on.
I mean, we're still using quite a bit, and we haven't got that far.
Nope.
We keep running into danger literally every quarter.
Yeah.
And I still have my invocation, my Architect of Fire.
Okay, yeah. I
my
mean, if
wall
you,
of fire.
yeah, we need to try to keep that.
You haven't called on your friend yet either, right?
No, that's it. The invocation. Yeah, I
Okay,
haven't called
okay,
on him.
yeah. You haven't called on him. Okay.
Yeah, that's last resort
so-
or
Yeah.
battle.
I still have things. It's just
Yeah.
Right.
They're
We need to-
whittling
gone
down.
quickly.
They're dwindling down slowly but surely.
And
I
I've
am
used my cannon, so if I want to use that again, I'm gonna have to burn a spell slot for that.
yeah. I have used all of my wild shapes. If I want to wild shape again, I'll have to burn a spell slot for that.
Mhm. So we need to slow down. a bit.
However, I am fine burning some wild shapes if it means getting away
Yeah.
faster.
I
you
think
know.
we've learned that it's better to hit and run rather than try to
Yes.
take care of each enemy you run into.
Yes.
No, there's no way that we can take care of everything.
No,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not. We are here to make sure that Melodorn stays locked
That is the
away.
goal.
If Melodorn stays locked away, the Sentinels are gonna go back to sleep.
If we can redo the
Yeah.
seal, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they've said,
Oh.
right? So
Yes.
for now, I think our best option is just to run away from
We just need to
danger.
get there.
We need to beeline it to Melodorn's, make sure that we can seal him back in his chamber, and get the fuck away.
Right. To that point, I was actually wondering if I could carry the key. Mainly because if something happens and circumstances become a point where we might lose the key, I have a way to destroy it. So nobody
have-
can use it.
You have a way to destroy it, but also you have. Did you prepare your bubble, your little globe thing, where no one can get to you?
I've learned that it doesn't work quite that way, but yes,
Yeah, but
I have my bubble and I have
you
the
have your
wall.
bubble. Okay.
I have a lot of things. Yes.
In that case, I do feel safer you having it because you can destroy it.
Mhm.
And with your little bubble, at least you can somewhat safely run away and they can't grab it off of you if you
Right,
have that thing
I could also
protecting
put it around. If someone were to grab it off you, I could just
Yeah.
entrap the key.
Yeah.
So
you. Okay,
yeah, if
so
you're-
I'll get into my bag of holding, get Lazarus key, and just hand it over to Fiera.
Yep. Take the key out. As you touch the key and pull it out, it starts to vibrate.
Ah,
Yeah,
Here,
yeah,
give
that
me
was my fear.
this.
Okay, yeah, keep it safe.
Sure. Actually, I wonder. 'Cause I have a spell that can do that, but I think I'd have to originally cast it. Respot. Yeah, I don't have that prepared. I mean, we don't have time. I can do it next
let's
round.
let's just keep going.
I guess do I have to do another mage armor and alacrity because that's 8 hours. I think we're getting to the cusp of that.
Yeah, it would be 10 now after everything
Oh.
is secured and the travel
Okay,
and
so-
the fire. Yeah.
Okay, I'll redo that. I mean, that's fine. Okay, let's get to the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Watch
and
out.
just to
for-
clarify, you guys,
Oh.
I misspoke. I actually have 2 third-level spell slots left.
That makes it feel
Okay.
a lot better, actually.
Still not the
Sorry.
best, but not the worst.
Yeah, I'll still tune to the pearl just in case, but
Okay, all right. Let's get going.
All right. Who wants to helm the next part?
I'll go back to my see invisibility and see if I can, as we're assuming moving closer towards bigger areas, maybe we start seeing new things.
All right.
and Yeah, I have another necklace charge too. Let's use that. Only one charge left on the necklace. I'm gonna hope it doesn't explode after I get to 0. Might be a good thing for Coulson.
Just suicide mission.
Yeah.
Bloodmissing yourself.
As we're walking away, I'll just tell my friends, remember, I have this necklace that means if I go down, I come back up. So,
And that does that only happen once? Like if you go down and come back up, does it?
Well, it stabilizes, right?
so here, while you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores.
Oh, did you do that for the short rest?
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god.
That sounds pretty good. Whoa! Whoa!
I forgot.
I mean, that'll probably
I
get you to full
forgot.
health.
I forgot everything.
That's okay.
D&D,
Wow.
There's only one rule. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I am back to full. I'll keep my hit die to like having only 2 because I completely forgot, but I am back to full health.
Yeah. You know what? You can have 3 hit dice because
Okay.
you know
Okay.
I do want to be kind
Okay.
here. Having 2 at this stage is kind of tough.
I completely forgot that it doubles my hit points as well. Oh, gosh dang it. Okay.
There we go.
So,
So
but
that
in
means
theory, then
that means and every time I do cure wounds on myself, it doubles.
No. Hit dice, not healing dice.
Oh, hit die.
Yeah,
Die.
those are
okay,
only
okay.
for your short
so,
rest.
Short rests.
Oh, I wonder if that
completely forgot.
helps. Yeah.
if you go down multiple times, that will continue to keep you stable, right?
Yes.
If she isn't dead.
Yes. As long as I wear it.
Yes, stabilize. Just
Yeah.
for
so I'm at
clarification.
like z-
You
I'm like
keep,
zip.
but you keep any death saves you have succeeded or failed while you're stabilized. So if someone attacks her, and just because next time she stabilizes again doesn't mean she lost the 2 failed death saves. So she's still in risk of dying. Just as a
I am still at risk. I just don't roll death
Exactly.
saves anymore. But
Yeah,
if someone
right.
tries to attack me, I can still die.
Yeah.
It removes one of the 2 dangers of dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put you in a bubble and it'll be fine, like we've done
Yes.
before.
like we've done before. Yeah.
And then I can push you around.
Yeah. Just chilling in my bubble. Yep. Okay, let's keep walking then.
Yep.
Alright, well, Eirik was helming, so can make your perception check.
With advantage.
Yep, can keep your advantage. Was that? 22. So you continue your journey onwards, and once again try to maybe rely on older methods that seem to have been working in the past. And once again, you try to keep out for any of these odd signs that would indicate to go somewhere else or would lead you in any direction, because right now, for the moment, you are completely lost. You've been running a lot, which didn't give you enough time to, you know, continue your trail. So right now, you're in the middle of the dungeon. You don't know where your trail was. It's behind probably those sentinels you left behind. And you're deep within the cavern space. And that's why, truly, there's only one way forward, and that is where you march on. You do manage to avoid a couple of traps, and you can also see that there are most often the invisible thieves' cant that is always kind of... You start to learn a bit about the language itself, or the sign language, as you're just kind of picking up, you know, certain patterns, how some symbols look like and when they repeat and stuff like that, and what you assume indicate to, and then you kind of get the sense and learn what like the language or a sign of a trap is, which is kind of a horizontal line with 3 vertical lines beneath it. And it seems like that symbolism is often included wherever a trap is located. And with that, you can keep you and your party quite safe. And after walking for like another good half an hour, you start to see this rootish nature of the walls return again. It's where you kind of notice that you deviated a lot from the path you were originally going on and kind of went into like a side avenue, maybe like a different district of this dungeon that might have been unexplored. However, you didn't seem to have found anything important, or if you did, you were kept away from it from either the traps or the sentinels that were roaming around here, which you would have encountered a second group, but Eirik, being, you know, perceptive enough, also managed to avoid them and running straight into them like you did last time. This time, you now are able to, you know, keep your ears perched for this loud cranking and metalish sound that they produce whenever they move. And as you kind of get back to this very rootish nature of the walls and stuff like that, you start to see more murals now as well that are kind of intertwined and almost like framed by these roots that often depict like a vast landscape that kind of reminds you a bit of the Vampire, where there seems to be a tree growing from the top. You don't know if that's the ceiling or if it's supposed to be the sky, and you don't know if it's like the roots branching down or if it's like the crown of the tree just in reverse. However, the other thing you can see is that there are a lot of depiction of like tombstones that seem to also be kind of coming off the ceiling instead of from the ground. And then you can see like hooded figures also illustrated within this mural that seem to be carrying some sort of weird, you're not quite sure what it is. It basically looks like just a circle with a pole attached to it. So if you imagine the symbol that I have already drawn, just take away the 3 outer circles and the lines out. So it's just a stick and a circle. So basically a big eye. And these figures on this murals are depicted carrying like a large eye on their backs, and they're just kind of walking around amongst these tombstones. And there seem to be tombstones coming from the ceiling where the big tree is, and also on the ground, though the tombstones that come from the ceiling are much larger, like even towering down in comparison to the size of the figures that seem to be illustrated here. And as you follow this trail and the depiction of the murals, you would eventually come to the end of a hallway, which is met by a very large door that seems to be completely and entirely made out of these petrified roots. And as far as you're concerned, it seems shut for the moment, and you can see the very irregular, unsymmetric seam line that goes through, which is caused by the very natural structure of the roots. But you can see on the sides that it should be able to be pushed or pulled open just from how the structure is constructed.
Can I just roll back to the tombstones for a second?
Yeah.
While we saw those, could I have just used like 5 minutes of boots to fly up and maybe look at the tombstones? Do they have any names or markings on them?
Oh no, those were illustrations on a mural that depicted these tombstones.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I thought they were actual. Okay, sorry,
No.
my mistake.
No worries.
Okay.
Well, who has some muscle? As I look at Eirik.
Well, I mean,
If I can,
thanks, but
if I may, I'll
That's a better
just
idea.
take my staff in my hand and use some of the charges to cast Speak with Plants. And I'll put my hands on the roots. And I'll just commune with the roots and talk with them.
I'm gonna put my hand like right behind her, like on her collar, in case these roots like grab her or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step back. So,
Yeah, you kind of brace yourself as you touch the roots.
Yep.
During the entire stay, you haven't felt much of the mental fatigue that was mentioned to you by the guards. And you didn't have any larger illusionary things happen to you, like when at the very beginning the kind of wall grabbed you. So you kind of feel a little bit safer now. Maybe you just adjusted to the space or something like that. You aren't quite sure, but you touch the roots and you notice that the spell doesn't even leave your body, as you become very quickly aware that these are long dead roots, and they won't respond to any messages given to you. In fact, they're so dead, they are literally considered stone right now.
Oh. I'll then try to push them.
All right, make a strength check.
You know what? I'll use guidance on it.
Okay.
Are you
Because
trying to
I have-
open the door?
Yes.
Can I give her advantage?
Oh yeah, sure, of
by
course.
helping?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay,
That
so
was
I'll
blocks.
roll twice because I can't do advantage on it for. Oh yeah, I can. Advantage here. Roll, and then
Wow.
times.
Wow. A natural 20.
I did guidance, but it did not roll the D4. Hold on.
Wow. Yeah, I
D4.
mean, we don't need it for a natural 20,
There
but
we go. There we go.
As soon as
I
she
did say I was
pushes, I
gonna do-
pull her to the side in case anything comes out of the door.
yeah, you kind of put your hands towards it, and as you kind of push it, you know, you feel the resistance of this old door that probably hasn't been opened in like decades, years, centuries, maybe even millennia. But you kind of will yourself through it. Maybe because it's the odd connection with nature that you have, and seeing that they're roots. I don't know what it is, but you suddenly get just the absolute manpower that you would expect Jade to have, and just kind of
Yeah, and this nat 20 is a nat 20 because I have a +0.
yep, it's as natural as it gets.
Yep.
And the door still, even with natural 20, kind of slowly only opens up as it kind of wedges on the
Got
floor.
a little bit of sweat on my temples just going down.
Yeah, while Alex is kind of standing behind you, just prepared to jump out the corner and pull you with him in case anything comes jumping out of the door as soon as you open it. And it is indeed a push door, so you did had the 50-50 chance.
I did not do push pull.
The right decision there, and as soon as it opens up, the first thing you notice is just a plume of dust that just kind of starts coalescing in the air, as whatever you're pushing on the other side seems to be very dusty, and you cough a bit as you kind of inhale it as you're struggling to open this door. As soon as you kind of open it wide enough, the dust settles a bit, and Eirik and Iserel, you can immediately notice that in front of you there's this stench of like a bit moldy, very dry, which is a odd combination because mold usually grows somewhere where it's moist, but there's this very specific almost deserty sensation that you have, and it reminds you a bit of your days in Jornhas, where the pure dust, which in Jornhas usually would be the desert sand, is so filtered into the air that it kind of takes out all of the moisture that air otherwise would have, kind of suggesting that this room must have been closed for or isolated from any movement for a long time. And the moldy smell kind of gets you both off guard, because you wouldn't be expecting this combination of smell. That scent wouldn't usually travel this far in a very dry atmosphere. And you can see that on the ground where you were traveling through this kind of uneven stone terrain the entire time. Behind the door, there seems to be like this grayish black earth that seems to fill the space. And it just kind of turns into darkness, and there's this almost like ominous grayish white fog that kind of blocks your view to perceive any further into the room itself. But it seems like the room, as far as you're concerned, seems to widen up quite a bit. You don't see the walls on the side as you kind of look to the side. It just seems to be going open for quite a while.
And how far is this fog away from us?
It's like immediately there as you open it. It's probably part of the dust that just kind of got lifted up as the door got opened, and it's just filling the space, making it very difficult to see in.
Okay, well, I'll use elementalism and just beckon air, and just in a couple little like 5-foot cubes of just little bursts of air kind of like blow the fog kind of away so we can see maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, you do that. How far would you step inside, or would you just do that at the door itself?
Just at the door. I have a range of 30 feet on it, so I'll kind of just do like 3 or 4 little bursts of air in a line, maybe like, 5, 10, 15 feet, trying to just create like a little path so we can see a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do that, and then these splotches of
I'll help you with thaumaturgy and just create some wind to like kind of try to disperse it a little bit.
Yeah, so this small wave or bubble of clear atmosphere kind of starts to emerge as you're pushing away most of the kind of flying debris that's in the air. And around like 20 feet or so, as you kind of clear the area, you see kind of now only slightly obscured by bits of the mist is a tombstone that's kind of just sitting there, wedged deep beneath the earth. And
yikes,
roots kind of growing out of the earth and almost like hugging it and twirling around it.
Okay. Before anybody goes further, I'm gonna grab both their collars and pull them back a little bit, sort of not inside. Let's just talk 2 seconds.
Yes.
So
let's
this is
not
called
run there.
right. It's called the Gravekeeper Sanctuary. Gravekeeper is usually, someone that maintains a grave, more or less.
Yes.
This being their sanctuary means this is where they stay. This is their safe area.
Yes.
Could we just agree that if A, we run into a gravekeeper, we try diplomacy and make it clear we're not here to, do anything with the grave, or if there's more graves. I think we just go through here, see what it is, no touch, and move on. And then we head to the grove.
Can you? No touch?
Only my eyes will be touching things.
Thank you. I know this is like kind of your dream thing right now as an archaeologist.
To spend a year down here, we have a day.
Yes. As
Also,
long as you can keep your hands in your pockets.
I think I'll be fine. Well,
Okay.
I'll probably be fine. And also, I'm guessing they mentioned that there might be a group of survivors. It seems unlikely they went this way. And we're also looking for, I forgot. I have the name somewhere.
Roderick,
right. It also seems unlikely he went this way as well. But
It seems like this door hasn't been open in a long time. Yes. So, yeah, I don't know how. I don't think we'll find him here.
I don't think so, but information empowers us. I still have interest to go to the grove. And then if there's a way to go from the chamber to the pillar, I think we'll look for it.
Yes.
Are we all on the same page there?
Yes.
Seems.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
you're the archaeologist here. Honestly, you're the one that probably is the best placed to.
I've never
And
dug in a place like this. I can tell you that.
I get it. What I'm saying is, we're just as clueless. So
Right, but okay. So we go through, we be careful, no touching the grave. Maybe we just read it from a distance,
Mhm.
and we move on.
So you don't have good eyes to read it.
Well,
So let.
I still have this.
How
it's called my
about
light.
I send my owl to read it, and we skirt around. This way, if something bad was to come out of the tombstone or the tomb, the owl's gonna get gods, and not one of us.
Well, there's a good chance it's probably in Celestial. Well, we've seen draconic things as well.
I can definitely
We've
describe
heard
the
draconic
symbols.
things.
We've
The-
heard.
Yes, we have heard draconic things. Eirik and I both read draconic. And if it's symbols that I don't understand, I can always tell you, and we can adjust accordingly. I would
Look,
rather not one of us get too close of that thing.
Right.
I'd rather send my owl to death rather than one of us.
Don't land on it. Just
Nope.
maybe.
Yep. Just
Float
float in front of it to just try to read it. Okay, so I'll just send my owl to take a look at what's written on the tombstone.
Okay, it kind of floats over there, and I guess you're trying to read it because the owl.
I'm trying to read it through the owl's eyes.
And I am pretty sure you read Sylvan, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, and written in Sylvan on the tombstone, it says, "Prayer in thine tomb, may the roots of Yggdrasil guide thine resting spirit."
I will say that to my friends. And I'll tell Fiera. I'll tell Fiera. It's actually written in Sylvan.
She could look. I can actually read that.
Yeah.
My tomb. The roots. Sorry, can you repeat it again, Jack?
Prayer in thine tomb, may the roots of Yggdrasil guide thine resting spirit.
Resting spirit. Interesting. The roots of Yggdrasil. We heard that. Yggdrasil. I've heard that in other games.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one. I don't remember which one. I guess, can I make like a history check to see what I know about Yggdrasil fairy tales?
I would like to also maybe help you remember something and trying to like jumpstart my own knowledge of what I may have read about it. So
Yeah, you have a small brainstorming session together.
yeah. So I'll give you the help action. Get advantage.
Should be good.
25. You're trying to remember, and your memory serves you correct. You have indeed heard this before, though only brief and passing, which is why you're like, oh, Yggdrasil. Somebody or something mentioned that a while ago. You're thinking. It's related with roots, with graves, and then you remember in hell, Yeglava, the tree you met there. He was a follower, he said, of Yggdrasil.
Yeah.
Who was supposed to be one of the gods that belonged to one of the creators, but was taken off the list. And he was known as the Keeper of Graves.
Oh,
I have a wild thought. Very, very wild thought.
Sure.
I'll slowly enter the room. Just, like take 1 or 2 steps in. Assess how it reacts.
Nothing seems to happen as you take
Okay.
1, 2 steps in.
I'll walk a little bit more. Slowly approaching, keeping an eye around myself just to make sure, like, if I see movements or anything, and slowly take a few steps towards the tomb.
Yeah, as kind of slowly approaching one step after the other,
Mm-hmm.
you start to see
Okay.
our second tomb that is about 10 feet away from the one you initially saw.
Okay.
A tombstone, I should say, not an entire tomb.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll send my owl to look at it.
Yeah, kind of floats over there. And he basically gives you a message back that says, looks identical to the one that you're seeing right now.
Okay. So I'll just look to my friends and say, seems like the other tombstone I see has the same message.
I'm wondering if the ones in the ground are the grave keepers, and this is their sanctuary where they're being kept.
That's what I'm wondering. And I'll just keep walking slowly towards the first tombstone that we saw.
Yep. Say, just point
And-
to approach it.
Yeah, I'll approach it to the point where I'm maybe like 6 or 7 feet away from the tombstone itself, where I feel like technically a casket would fit or something along those lines,
Mhm.
so that I'm not actually like impeding on the graveyard
Yeah.
part, respectfully.
Mm.
And I'll take the true branch of Yegleva out of the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look back to my friends and I'll say, like I said, it's a wild thought. And I'll plant the true branch of Yegleva in the ground where the tomb would be. And back up 5 feet. And try to see if there's anything that goes on or anything. And just kind of look at it. Like a kid that did something stupid and is now like, is it gonna blow in my face or anything?
Yeah.
That type of thing.
You kind of leave it there, just stick it into the earth, and then you kind of go back a couple of feet. And at first, doesn't seem much to happen. The stick is just, sticking off the ground. Looks like a undead sapling.
Yeah.
And then, you wait maybe like a minute or so. There's like this ominous suspense. And around like 1.5 minutes where you're like, okay, doesn't seem like much happened. You all simultaneously see a silhouette appear out of the fog, slowly approaching towards you. And it's just this vague shape at first. Can't really make it out any detail. And as it comes closer and closer and approaches out of the mist, it seems to be carrying something large on its back. Or it has a weird shape.
I'll just have my woodland staff out and just kind of hold myself, I'm a druid, I know what I'm doing type of thing. While I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just like, let's pretend, I'm here and I'm in charge.
Yeah. And as the form comes more clearer into view, you can see the first things is these very tattered and old robes, dirty and disheveled. You can see many layers that have been put on top of each other. kind of bound together with a lot of ropes kind of tied around, and then this large, weird wooden thing that he's carrying on his back, almost like a wooden stake that looks very similar to the murals you saw, and also has like very intricate, almost like celestial designs all over its robes that kind of cross over it, and the robes have this very cold blue, black and gray coloration. And as you kind of almost wait to see its face, you just see a floating empty hood with no face, like a reaper that lost its skull. And you can see the side of this arm that is supposedly carrying this thing. There's no arm carrying it, though it still is held above. And for a moment, you truly think you are just looking at death itself, as this is what you see standing in front of you.
Oh. Hi. Hi. Hello.
It's a unique robe.
Yeah. I have my staff like this, and I'll just slowly like get down on one knee and just put my head down as a sign of respect to it.
You see it kind of as it kind of walks towards you. You don't know if it's looking at you or not, since there's no face there. It's just floating.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it kind of gets next to the tombstone, it kind of turns away, almost as if it's like ignoring you. The stick is, or the branch is still there. You can see it starts to pull this large stake in front of itself, lifts it up, and just slams it into the ground. You can all feel this thump. It quakes and shakes, kind of like maybe a couple of inches in front of where the branch itself is. As soon as it does so, you can see the branch suddenly grow up tall as it just disappears into the darkness above, obscured by the mist. And shortly after, maybe like 2 minutes or so, the bottom side starts to disappear as it's retracting back up. And then 5 minutes pass, and the root or the branch just climbed up into the sky and disappeared. And after that, you can see it takes the stake, puts it back onto its shoulder, turns back, and it kind of walks back into the mist and disappears.
I bet it returned it to hell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll slowly get back up and be like, well, that's one cursed item less.
You know, interesting. Really interesting.
Well, goodbye.
If we just put
true
other
branch of
cursed
snake
items
level.
in that spot and it happens again.
I guess this is a large figure, right? Like,
Yeah, it's well, it's a bit smaller than the
so
yeah,
it's still humanoid size, not
yeah.
giant.
No, it's not giant. I mean, the stake it's carrying is giant, but
I guess, can I recognize any symbology toward Lichnius or Draconic or something else? Going by like its robe.
yeah, you can make a religion check. Wow, don't do those very often, but it's fitting. 21. Yeah, you see a lot of these circle symbolisms, which, you know, circles are widely spread in almost any faction, religion, or group in general. And they, or whatever this order thing is, Artisan or Owl, you also hear that was mentioned, seems to be taking heavy use of these symbols. And you also see in the stake that he's carrying resembles a bit the initial symbol you saw, what the sword was made out of, or what the sword looked like that was piercing that one humanoid body in the mural you saw at the very beginning when you were kind of going down further into the dungeon. And there are some aspects of it that you would kind of could compare to how Holy Religios robes are designed. However, some of them also heavily resemble like elven culture simultaneously. Kind of the multi-layered robes that have been tied together reminds me of the elven, but this very large, almost oversized, drooping, flowing dress is more kind of humanoidish, Holy Religionist style clothing. So it's like your best guess would be like a combination of both.
So one theory could be this creature may be under like Lady Kresh.
Yeah,
perhaps.
it could.
Okay.
Uh,
Or I don't know if that's how. Grasier?
yeah, Christia.
That might be closer.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll settle up next to Azrael and just mention that like she has some interesting children.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you think there's more here, but we should get moving, unfortunately.
We
We can always come back at a later date.
we saw the graveyard keeper. We definitely know it takes cursed items. So let's just get that all out of here.
Okay,
Unless Eric, you wanna do something?
No.
Stupid.
No.
Like
Just
I
find
did.
the door. We got to just
yeah, we can call him back if you like.
Hey, whoa! Listen, now.
Yeah, sending really quick.
Nope, that's fine. He didn't do anything to us.
It's actually refreshing to have something ignore us.
Yes.
Let's keep going. Let's get to the grove then.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start. I guess looking around for a sign to the grove or something.
Okay, yeah, you start delving deeper into this graveyard, and the more you go in, the more tombstones you start to see appearing everywhere. And this entire space, as you might have expected, is just filled and filled with a bunch of tombstones. At some point, you would almost like see like a ceiling, and you're like a little bit confused why the ceiling.
Sorry, I love the note.
Oh.
Matt left.
Wait.
Let's...
Yep.
Smash the sky. Oh yeah, actually we can move Aria's token now. Choop. All the way to the Gravekeeper Sanctuary, because you have arrived there. Yeah, at some point you think the ceiling just starts in the middle of the room. It kind of leaves you a bit confused, but just you approach it closer. It seems more like a gargantuan structure that seems to be just coming down from the ceiling. Once again, it reminds you a bit of Fanspire, just not as elegant as it is, until you notice this is just a ginormous tombstone that seems to be either floating in the sky or is hanging from the sky, or attached on the ceiling itself, but you can't really see beyond 30 feet, so you don't know how tall the ceiling actually is. But it's just this huge tombstone that kind of covers a wide area there. And as you're walking through this graveyard, they don't seem to be uncommon. Like 20 feet next to the first large one you encounter, you see another ginormous tombstone that just seems to be somehow suspended either in air or attached to the ceiling. It's hanging everywhere. And
are any of them readable from the ground since they're so big?
They don't seem to have any words written on them, though each of them has a very intricately carved mural on them as well, where you can see a similar depiction that you saw before, where it's a large kind of tree that seems to be upside down once again in this kind of geosphere, and roots seem to be coming down from which these gargantuan tombstones hang from, and once again these hooded figures that seem to be crawling on the floor with these weird stakes that they seem to be carrying around. However, one symbolism does kind of strike out, that on the very tip of where the bottom apex would be, there's always an upside down triangle with a fire inside of it. That seems to always be the center point.
Okay. So could be fallen dragons of fire.
That is, however, the same symbol that the Artisan Legionnaires,
The shadow of the Holy Religios.
Mm-hmm.
they wear the same symbol, which is the upside down triangle
Mm-hmm.
with fire.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yes.
If this door hadn't been open for some time, how did they know what was behind here? How is it labeled on a map if it's something that hasn't been opened?
I mean,
We're careful.
probably from maps they've had,
I
right?
guess.
I mean, maybe they went through here once, didn't make a ruckus, and then never came back.
Mm-hmm. There's also that.
Strange. Okay, well,
Yeah.
we kind of got to just go.
Yeah, I know. I have.
We're
lots of
halfway through our
questions.
time here.
Yeah. We have to go. We have to skedaddle. Let's keep going. Let's get to the grove.
You push through, going through this very ominous space, passing by multitudes of tombstones from the ceiling and on the ground simultaneously. And it wouldn't take long, maybe 10 minutes walking inside, that you stumble across the Gravekeeper once again. You're like, oh. But he just seems to be standing next to one of the tombstones. Once again, he has this weird stake in front of him, just kind of pushed there. And you kind of just maybe like take a berth around it, just to not disturb it. So kind of,
Is it for sure the same one? Like the robes look the same and everything?
it seems to look the same. You can make a perception check.
There's
There could be
nothing
more
like
than one.
obviously different.
Oh yeah, no, like doesn't have like 26.
It's not green instead of blue.
Yeah, no, it looks like identical. However, you do see minute differences in how the clothes have been laced together, how many ropes you could see, and the damage that the clothing has sustained in general. So this is definitely a different figure than the one you encountered before. And with that notice, you kind of just look around a little bit more in general, and about 15 feet to your right, you see another silhouette. Vaguely the same shape.
This is Benny.
Okay.
If there's many, it's either to protect the graves or to keep them from, they're like sentinels essentially for the graveyard.
But they don't seem to be bothered by our presence as long as we're just walking.
Right, there.
So let's just keep on moving, and they're ignoring us. We'll ignore them and just keep going and not disturb them.
Yep.
And as you're kind of standing there, somewhat in suspense, you all feel like this cold shudder go through your entire body as you just see one pass through you from behind you and just walks
Ah!
They're ghosts.
and goes to a grave that's like 5 feet away from you. And
Alright, we lost Eirik. Eirik is in a ball on the floor just going, no, 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 no.
No, Irik's probably okay with this. This is me. Oh, I don't like shadow figures.
That's great. It's lovely.
And you're like, you just continue forward. Try to ignore them as best as possible. One step after the other.
Going.
And yeah, you're walking and walking. Is there anything specific you would like to do here, or are you just focusing on get the hell out of here?
Out of sheer curiosity, Isarel would like to try and determine the type of soil that is here. Basically, she's trying to ascertain like how natural this place is. But it's just sheer curiosity. Because she's so attuned to nature and all that, she finds it very interesting. So as she's walking, she's trying to ascertain, like, is this real soil? Is it like how is this, like, how natural does this place look? But she's not like stopping every foot to take a sample or anything. She's just on her way. Like her curiosity is kind of taking over.
Yeah, make a nature check. $26.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's one thing you'll, subconsciously realize what this entire space is about. It just reeks of death in a very ominous way. And it's like walking on the soil. You don't immediately recognize it. This isn't like just normal soil you just find outside of the earth. It does seem to be kind of particular, like your druidic senses tell you that. And they tell you that in a way that the soil itself reeks of undeath. And there's just a weird necrosis that seems to be kind of permeate throughout this entire space. It's definitely magical. It's not demonic in nature, which is what usual people think of when they think of undeath. However, demons don't, aren't undead. They aren't necrotic. They're something way worse. They're the absolute and complete annihilation of existence itself, which is, 1,000 times worse than whatever death is. There seems to be deeply rooted in the necromantic school of magic that is very much a part of the normal, weave in itself. Where, many spells have been incorporated to utilize the potential of that. And this seems to be a very...
Isarel does have a few necromantic spells.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying is this is in line with nature, but it's like, what's it called, monoculture, where one specific thing has been bred to exist at its fullest. Like if you only grow wheat, if you only grow corn or something like this is only necromancy that is kind of permeating through the air. And you get the sense something weird definitely would happen if you put a corpse here. Like that's just the instinct you get. It just reeks so much of necromancy. You're not sure if a corpse just wouldn't stay alive, if somehow something would taken from it, if something would be given to it. You're not quite sure.
I would most likely give that observation out loud, like, I wonder if I dropped a dead body here, how it would react. And I just keep walking.
I mean, my guess is this place prevents the soul from returning to the body or the soul from leaving the body
I
or
mean,
the soul from functioning with the body. It prevents something from happening.
Yegleva did try to use us to get a new
To
body
become-
for his soul,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And when I planted the branch in the ground, one of the keepers came and took it away. So I'm guessing it's trying to
Mhm.
prevent it from coming back. So I'm just wondering what would happen if we put a dead body here. That's just, sorry, curiosity.
Well, the thing with a dead body is that the soul is not currently in it, attached to it.
The tether has been severed.
So it'd probably prevent the soul from coming back, is my guess.
That's what I'm wondering. But we definitely don't have time to experiment, and I don't see any dead bodies around us to do a quick
Right.
fun thing. So that was just an observation I made. So,
Right.
So later down
let's-
the road, when we kill the head of the Blood Legion, we can know where to bring them back.
Oh, Fredrickson shit guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Wow.
We could
Wait.
bring his body here. That's true. Although I actually have a
what's
better
his
solution.
name? Wait, I have it here. I have my new notes, which are still a mess.
This entire book filled. Holy shit.
No, I don't have his name yet. This guy.
I can look up my blood list here.
Bloodless.
This guy.
We know you.
Yeah.
Regardless, anyone we don't like, we know where to come.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not Septimus. Septimus is the good one, right?
Well, Aquinas Alfredic Septimus is the head of the order, from what we understand. Under him is the commander, Albertine Marxus Haraldson, I believe.
Okay, so Septimus is still a bad guy.
He's the head bad guy, head of the Holy Blood Order.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. Okay, so maybe once we have Septimus's corpse, we can come and experiment
And
here.
he's the one we were told was created to use blood magic, right?
Oh, right. Yes.
When we went
yes,
to
Ira?
Undorn,
Yes.
to Undorn and we walked into the graveyard there was a gravestone that said Renalia Septimus on it.
Oh boy. Oh, that felt like ages ago.
Hit.
Session 79, if that helps.
Wait, that was 6 sessions ago?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, it doesn't. It feels
What
way
the
more.
fuck?
Well, it was before Christmas, so like that was like
Holy
it's been-
shit.
It's been a couple of months, yeah.
But I mean, Christmas was like a month ago. Literally. Anyways,
So yeah,
we're walking.
that was one. That was a gravestone that specifically popped out of a name that I at least recognized when we walked through there. Anyway,
Yes, we can bring him here. Sounds good. Let's find the exit.
Alright. So you are tromboning through, and while you're doing so, well, that was the ice thing. Is Eirik or Fiera anything in particular in this region, or would you just beelining to get out of here to avoid any disruption?
I suppose would I still have my last see invisibility up?
Oof, I would say at this point, unfortunately not. Definitely more than an hour's
Okay.
passed since leading it, yeah.
That's fine. Then I would have done another one before we entered the chamber just to be safe. So as we're looking for stuff, does anything pop out? As per usual.
Yeah, I can make a perception check. A 12. At first, not really. However, because you have seen invisibility, there's something you would see because of that, and it's not hard to see. It is a strand, a tether that seems to be coming out of every single tombstone you have passed.
Okay.
And it seems to be going straight up.
So if those tethers break, these gravestones or the tombs open.
Well, not necessarily tether. If we think that the branch went back to hell, that these tethers are keeping their souls in hell and keeping their bodies here.
Mm-hmm.
These here, souls in hell. Maybe.
It's not a thing that we need to figure out now, but
No, we can definitely keep that on the back burner as we keep walking. But I don't think it's time right now to investigate what's going on in this graveyard. As much as I want to stop and study everything that is here, now is not the time.
I'm just gonna take a quick extra few seconds to get a decent read on what it really looks like, the tether looks like, so if we do come across anything else, or I see like other tether looking lines, kind of whatever, I want to just be able to clock it right away.
Yeah, well, it's like almost a net that you're walking through, since there's so many tombstones, and out of every single one there's a tether coming through. And well, the best thing or best reference is they look like roots that seem to be going up. And that is, we're a bit reminded when you all went to hell, you also went through a tree, and while you were going through it, it also seemed like these root-like tethers were going up. However, it seems like there, as you just look at them closer, there is like some movement, not in the tethers themselves, they don't seem to be like wiggling or stuff, but as if there's something passing through them, almost like liquid just kind of pumping out of the ground and going up.
Energy of some sort, or
I'm trying so hard not to bring my Norse knowledge into this. Because I'm like, Yggdrasil is the tree of life.
We can come back.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
Let's keep
I have
walking.
burning questions as well, but nothing here will help us with the mission at the moment.
Yep, let's keep walking.
And you keep on striding. And I would say it does take you about an entire hour to pass through this graveyard.
Yeah.
It is gargantuan. And obviously I'm assuming you're walking a bit slow just because it's difficult to see, and there are a lot of gravestones and gravekeepers. No, they don't seem to be taking much notice of you, and even if you accidentally come too close, it seems like they just literally pass through you and seem to not be very tangible. However, your journey is kind of met with an end as you just suddenly see not the end of the graveyard, it continues onwards, but you see a tower in the middle of this graveyard. And you can see an entrance that leads inside. It's an open doorway. There's no door there. However, you can see it's around as big as, you know, Fiera, your tower would be, so not like gargantuan. It's quite thin and just kind of built out of the same stone that you've seen in the dungeon before. And you can see grotesquely like the shapes of humanoid bodies kind of twirling, twisting around, creating this monument and or pillar that sits just in the middle of this graveyard space. But you can see that in a berth of about 20 feet, there are no gravestones that kind of approach this tower. And there's this doorway that's made out of twisting bodies that kind of interlock with each other to create this open space. As you get a bit closer, you can see that inside the doorway is just a doorway that leads to a staircase that goes up and down.
I guess augury.
My guess is the Black Bulb Grove is probably down.
What about not okay? So we see these you see these tethers that go up. What if the tethers are feeding the grove?
Yeah.
What if we just go to the tower and look for a sign?
How far are we from the tower right now?
I go around 20 feet.
20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. And how tall does it look to be?
You can only see like 20 feet far, and after that,
It goes farther. It's essentially a staircase, it sounds like.
But hang on. The tethers look like it's pulling stuff up into the sky.
Yes.
So it's probably pulling blood, vile blood, to purify it up in the chamber above.
Oh,
Yes.
you think it might be purifying the bodies?
It's It's pulling the whatever blood, dark blood, whatever blood.
Maybe. Well, it feels like it's been forever. I think when we talked to them,
Oh.
and they said the chamber, you get purified there.
So we think the purification chamber is up and the grove is down?
That's my assumption, because I see Black Bulb Grove and I think something's buried.
Let me
so I
try
assume...
something. I'll walk the 20 feet up to the door and I'll stop there.
there's a doorway. There's no door. There's just
Yeah,
an open way.
yeah. Yeah, but I'm walking to the door. I'm not going through the doorway. I'm stopping in front of the doorway. And I will cast Detect Evil and Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's
So, yeah. So I'm trying to sense
bunch of
the
things, right?
location of any aberrations, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead within 30 feet up and down from me.
The whole floor.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, I'm probably
Yeah.
sensing undead behind me. But
no, you sense, and it's strange. Like, this is the best way I can describe it. Like, you are inside of an undead.
I'll say that. I'll say I feel like I'm inside something that is undead. It feels like this thing is dead but alive, but dead.
Black Bulb Grove, purification chamber. We go up, we can go down. Okay, we want to go to the grove first, yes?
Yes, and this is Skit talking. This is not Isurel. I wonder what freaking oh, come on, what's it called? Turn Undead would do here.
No, I don't.
That was my first thought. I wonder what Turn Undead would do here. No, not a good idea. I know that. This is just Skit going into Fantasyland.
There's also the other thought that maybe Melador's chamber is deeper, so maybe the purification chamber is down because it leads to the pillar, and it leads deeper maybe, and the grove is higher.
If it's pulling bad up and good down, or maybe it's the opposite. It's keeping the good upwards and sending the bad down.
Oh,
Because when we think about it in a religious way, good is up, bad is down. You know.
And the floor is all like dead necrotic
Yeah.
stuff, so whatever is bad is settled, and the good is going.
Good
so
is
that's
going
what's
up.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So we should try down first. The only negative is if it takes an hour or two to go down, and we have to backtrack.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah. I could send my owl down and see what's down there.
I'm going to guess it's probably more than 100 feet.
Yeah, but I can... Even if it can't communicate with me, I can still look through its eyes. Right?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that would be
We're going to
faster.
feel stupid if this is only like 3 steps.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? We don't have a lot of time, so I'm just gonna send my owl in and just investigate what's down, and then it's gonna settle things and to see like what we have to do.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'll send my owl down, and I'll just grab the other 2 by the shoulders and just pull my eyes into the owl.
Yeah, you start looking through the owl,
Descending.
and the owl descends. And owl's pretty fast, can fly down, rather comfortably. It's not super much space, but enough for an owl.
Yeah, it's got 60 feet flying, so it can go pretty fast.
Yeah, it's definitely not 3 steps and then you're somewhere else. You do fly for about like good 2 minutes, which is quite a lot. But then the staircase ends. And your flower emerges, your owl emerges out into a chamber that is relatively small compared to everything else you have encountered. And there seems to be like a 20-foot radius chamber that is like in the shape of a circle. And in the center of it is what seems to be some weird altar that has the same symbol that I have drawn on the map. That seems to be hanging from like a reversed archway. And then a small shrine, basically, that is on top of it. And you can see the interior walls. It's like separated into 2 large murals, one taking up the left half of the wall and the other one taking up the right half of the wall.
I'll take a second to take a look at the left mural and see if there's anything of interest on the mural.
Yeah. You can also see the walls here. Well, actually, no, you can't see because it's dark vision, so you don't see any color. So, yeah, you can see inscribed on, or kind of carved in to the wall is an altar as well that can be seen where an individual is crouched in front of it and has both its arms kind of laying in front of it on top of the altar. And then above them, the guy who's crouched in front of the altar, you can see this upside down triangle again with the fire inside of it. And some of the fire is kind of exiting the tip of the upside down triangle onto the individual. And then you can see that the individual itself is looking straight upwards towards the triangle that's kind of pouring fire on him. And behind that one individual, you can see almost as if lined up in like a grocery line, I guess, is a trail of attendants that can be seen, as well as another line of just people who seem to be immediately, like I said, like an attendant line that are presumably also waiting to go towards the altar. So there are two lines, one of attendants and one of people wanting to go to the shrine. And the attendants seem to be holding this weird black sphere in their hand. It's like completely solid black. And then if you follow the attendants all the way of the mural across, you can see that at some point they come out of a black forest. And within the black forest, these attendants seem to be plucking these black spheres out of and then kind of reaching them over.
Okay.
And then I'll turn and look to the mural on the right.
Alright, look over there. You can see this. The other one looks a little bit more epic, I guess, the right one. Where you can see a kneeling figure with 6 wings with a sword held in front of itself. The sword is the same as the symbol that you see on the map. All of the wings have eyes on them, very similar to the depiction you saw on the Azathia church. You can see that 4 suns float above him, and from each one of the suns, a set of chains come and shackle the figure. You can see that roots grow directly underneath where this figure is kneeling, and then you can see that the image is kind of separated what's subsurface and what's on top of the surface. And the roots kind of grow underneath him, piercing through almost like a hollow cavern that exists beneath him, where you can see this landscape of upside down graveyards and roots growing downwards, as you can see this reverse tree imagery once again. And then you can see kneeling left, to the left of the figure and to the right are a lot of like kind of flying, like kneeling and flying in the sky are draconic and angelic beings. Once again, also depicted in this very strange angelic way where most of them don't have a head. Instead, there's this abstract shape, and their humanoid bodies are somewhat contorted and not as classical as you would expect from the Holy Religios. And then standing almost like imposing next to the figure with the 6 wings and eyes is a large dragon-like being that has 4 wings, that is also holding one of the set of chains that seems to be coming from one of the 4 suns.
Do
Are you saying this
I?
to us as you look
Oh
at
yeah, I'm describing everything. I am describing absolutely everything as I see it. Do I recognize the dragon? Or does it seem familiar at all?
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, you haven't. None of you have encountered any dragon with 4 wings, or know of any dragon specifically that has 4 wings. That's like a identifier you would think, like you would immediately notice if you knew it, but you haven't encountered that yet. No.
Would I feel confident to determine if this was the purification chamber or the grove, or not at all?
That's entirely up to you.
Okay.
I think that's an ISRL decision.
That is an ISRL decision. Okay. I will say this feels like it's the purification chamber. There's an altar, there's all of these murals around. This seems like ritualistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. From what I could tell, those bulbs that they were using are from the grove and were probably used to cleanse blood, maybe?
That's what I think.
I'm guessing if you go up, that's what you find. You get one of those, maybe you bring it down, and you can activate the process. I'm not sure. Which we might have to do, because that might be a shortcut to get to the pillar, is to go through that
Just-
process.
Yeah.
Gonna say it's. God.
But I do have one concern, because there has been a repeating
Just
theme now.
one? Just one.
At the moment, I have one concern. There's been this repeating theme of that figure with the multiple wings with eyes, surrounded by a dragon and an angel. We have seen dragons defend this place and angels uncaged from the graveyard. You know,
Yes.
the figure in the center. I should know. I'm just wondering if Artisan, the followers, they kind of confuse me. Are they following this eyed figure that seems to be chained? Or is that Melador? Who's Artist? Like,
I will
I
make
feel like we're missing.
one clarification because the first figure you saw that was impaled by the sword didn't have any wings and had 3 crooked horns coming from them.
Oh, okay.
This figure now has 6 wings. You cannot see its body because it seems to always be covering its body with its wings. But you can always see its hand and its legs that's holding the sword. So it could still be the same figure. Maybe its wings were ripped apart or something like that. But as far as you're concerned,
Okay, so
the one has wings.
could
the
be
one
2
doesn't.
different figures.
Could
from
be,
those
yes.
different mirrors.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a lot of new information.
Yeah, and I knew like the depiction seems to be very similar, but to clarify that.
But one thing, we didn't really, inside check the guy who dropped his illusion
No.
in front of us.
Exactly.
But there's, I don't know. Please be careful. But next step.
And another clarification, just to make things very, very clear. The angelic and draconic beings that are surrounding this 6-winged figure are kneeling.
Yeah. So they are in the presence of a god, not the other way around.
Maybe.
Or a creator. Or something along those lines.
Let me just look at an old picture, just for no reason.
They definitely are respecting this entity.
Right. Well, I guess we'll know more as we go further.
So the
Should we go
question
up?
is, do we go up or down?
I mean, you
think
could
we
send
have
the
to go
owl up first.
I can send the owl up and see what's up. Yeah, I'll ask my owl to go up.
We can follow,
Yeah.
but I'd just like the owl to go up
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Also, can we take 2 minutes? Because I really need to go to the bathroom again.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm way too nervous.
Yeah, we'll take our second wait here. So see you guys in a quick sec. Bye. And we're back again. Wow. Okay, so what's the plan? Owl is going up.
And we're
And then
following
we'll just
behind.
Follow behind. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it takes around the same amount of time, also like 2 to 3 minutes of just walking stairs, which is a decent height. You probably go several hundred feet. of stairs to reach the top. Actually, it would probably take more like 5 minutes now that I think about it. Because the owl can just fly up, so he's way faster, so you probably trail at like 10 minutes to kind of catch up with him. As the owl gets to the very end of the staircase, he's met with a almost overgrown decor of twisting black branches and vines that seem to now, instead of the mist, cover your view of what is basically in front of you. And it seems like there's a thick thicket, if you so will, of these overgrown dark plants in the chamber above you. And shortly after, I assume you would just follow up, as the owl is just sitting at the exits, and you all would also bear witness to just overlapping, twisting, and knotting branches and vines that kind of somewhat densely, not necessarily like block your exit. You can like still pass through it, but it's definitely, you know, thickly overgrown. There are no leaves of any sorts, no like proper plant life, except for like some of the vines. It's mostly just like dead tree matter, or it looks like dead tree matter that's just kind of twisting everywhere and overgrowing the space. And the only other thing that you can see is like the occasional stones that litter the ground as well, and they're all covered in a very similar black grayish soil as the one below.
So we've definitely reached the grove.
Makes sense.
Now... Now what?
Let's maybe look for the bulbs, I suppose, or look for maybe one of those keepers from down below and see if we have permission to grab a bulb. There might be one up here. I think regardless, we just look around to see what's all necessary.
Does the area that we're in look big, or does it seem to be about the same as the space that my owl saw downstairs?
Oh no, way bigger.
Way bigger?
This looks more like the graveyard. You don't see any walls.
Okay. I'll ask my owl to kind of fly around and trying to see if there's like any presence around similar to the ones we saw in the graveyard.
Yeah, I can make a perception check.
Alright, so it's a +5 to this roll. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of flies up, and it seems like the density of these intertwining branches loosens quite a bit, and then there's even enough airspace for it to fly as it realizes. The ceiling goes about 80 feet high before it stops and seems to continue with the natural cavern space. And then there's like a 20-foot gap of just, you know, empty space where you can have a nice fly around and take a bird's eye view. And once again, it seems like a very expansive space similar to the graveyard. Probably similar. You can't see one end or the other unless you presumably walk another hour in one direction, and maybe you will come out somewhere or maybe not. But with a natural 20, you do, or your owl does see something amidst this thick growth of just dead branches. Is actual plant matter that seems to be growing somewhere, and they seem to be very sporadical in nature. It's not like, you know, that the forest suddenly starts to brittle with life in one location. It's literally one point of like maybe 15 feet or 10 feet, where there's this accumulation of just kind of overgrowing, almost dead looking plants. However, you do see it has leaves and stuff like that, vines that kind of go out and branch out, and some sort of flower sprout, though they're all with this very deathly hue. Everything's gray and seems to be lacking of any sort of moisture like you would expect from like a dead plant. But the thing that interests you more is what the kind of core of this plant is holding, kind of just sitting out from one of the sprouts, is a almost perfectly black sphere that seems to be having grown out of it. And you can see that every single one of these points of where this vegetation has grown, there's one of these black spheres. So there seem to be quite a few of them spread around here. And the closest, the closest one is around 80 feet from you.
Is there any sort of sense that I get that each of these spheres might align with the tethers we saw down?
You don't see them, but I guess if Isra kind of communicates like where they are.
I would absolutely communicate everything that I see.
Just make a straight intelligence check, since it's literally just kind of head calculation.
Are you smart?
Kind of makes sense. If it's the same size, it would just grow upward, right?
17. You're pretty confident that's the case. It seems to be aligning quite well. Like, not every single one seems to be aligning, but a lot of them do, which gives you the impression
they're kind of spaced out in the same sort of distances.
Yeah, exactly. There are just a lot less spheres than there are tombstones down there, so you don't know what that means, but the alignment does kind of match.
Most likely some of them have been plucked.
Right, it probably takes time to make one.
Grow a new one. So it's almost as if those black spheres are like the fruits of those things, and they're like growing to a different pace.
Last time we touched a fruit,
we went to hell.
Yep.
Maybe we'll go to heaven with this one.
I haven't really mentioned this before, but we also don't know what changes our blood has gone under after doing the fruit and the lake and all the other things we've done.
Yeah.
Well, you rose to almost divinity, so I would assume that your blood is almost pure at this point.
Yeah, but then she went and did the fountain of blood. So
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's not great. The more you think about it, it's actually quite awful.
No. No.
Yeah.
But I do think we'll be okay if we take one of these and then go to the chamber and do what we have to do.
There seems to be no other realistic thing to do right now.
It's either that or backtrack.
Big question is, do we need one each, or do we need just one?
I mean, realistically, it hasn't been the longest to get up here. So unless this process of taking one is like a long time, we could try
take
to
one
go
and see.
What I wouldn't want to have happen is we only take one, go down, and only one of us gets something occurs,
and then they're alone until everybody else goes up.
Yeah.
I do think we should all grab one each.
That is also my thought.
Oh man.
We've been burned before, literally and figuratively. I do think perhaps everyone taking one is the safest option.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as I hate it.
I think it's the right way.
Yeah.
Okay, want to lead the way to the tree? Or bush? Or plant?
Yeah, I'll just use my owl to direct each one of us to one of those little things so we don't get lost and back to the entrance, basically,
Oh,
if possible. Like, basically what I would do is lead one to one of those things and then back, and then lead the other one to one of those things and then back, and then lead the last one to one of those things and then back, to make sure that none of us get lost.
so are you traveling as a group or are you sending them out separately?
Alone.
Alone, okay.
Yes. So basically, I would send Fiera with my owl. You know, my owl would be in front of her, not far, and lead her to one, and back
way.
to us, and then take Eirik to one, and then back, and then myself to one, and back, to make sure that we don't get lost in those entanglements and things, you know, because I don't want us to get overwhelmed because of the roots and everything that is around and all that, and trying to make it as quick as possible so we don't lose too much time.
All right. Yeah, I guess who's the first one to pick a bulb?
I'll set it up. That's fine.
Okay. Probably go towards the closest one, which I said is 80 feet away. And easy enough, the owl leads you just in a straight line, kind of flying above or in front, above and in front, to kind of just give you the sight required to walk there. And you approach it and you can see this sudden decaying shrubbery, if you so will, that surrounds this black bulb. And yeah, it's standing there, just coming out of a stalk, just sitting there, and around it is, as said, the decayed vegetation.
Right. So before I touch it, it's like a foot away, a couple feet away. Right?
Yeah.
Like I can. Okay. I want to see if it A resembles blight, which I wouldn't think it would, or B resembles dark blood, or any other type of blood we've come in contact with.
Which is why I wanted to send you first, because you're smart.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
I roll well, I'm smart. Oh, okay.
22.
There you go.
Yeah.
You have +9 to intelligence.
I can roll a 1.
That's true.
That's what I said. You're smart.
So, here's the thing. You're walking
Yep.
inside of here. You arrive at the bulb. And you realize there's something definitely different from this area than the one below. And something that seems to be a little bit more unnatural, that just makes you subconsciously worried, anxious, paranoid, and on edge. You can feel your hands, for some reason, start to shiver, which that's not usually a symptom Fiera shows when she gets, nervous. However, it's almost like your body subconsciously is aware of something that you aren't. It's like a smell that doesn't have any scent, but your body just, is taking in the effects of whatever danger there is.
Right.
So you are currently physically and mentally somehow getting affected by something. And you're investigating this bulb. It itself does not seem to be in any way, shape, or form infected by blight. You don't see any blight marks or, residual blight indentations. However, the black vegetation around it kinda resembles that, as you notice that something has wrapped itself around your foot, and you look down and one of the vines grabs you in. And that's where we're gonna end today's session.
you.
Ooh.
You mean it's not easy, Jack?
What? You can't just take the ball? What? What? No consequences.
Of course, the one time we say, okay, we'll do this smart and send one after the other so we don't get lost, is the one time someone gets grabbed by the ankle.
Oh, it's just a bush. It's fine.
Bush.
Whatever it is in range of firebolts, so it's okay.
We have fire. That is so true.
Here's the
We
thing.
can light this thing on fire.
This thing is very, very old, so we can assume it's Bush Senior and not Bush Junior.
Oh wow. Oh
Terrible
wow.
joke.
Shut your damn face.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I'm full of jokes.
That is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're live. We can keep joking. That's good.
Woo. I mean,
Oh man.
yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Definitely a bold decision to separate. I was like, in all the places, in a tangled grove filled with undead things.
I mean, in hindsight, she's only she's only 80 feet away. She's not that far.
Yeah.
As
I mean, if I go first, I'll just throw up a bubble and you guys can burn down the forest. Like
that's the
it's
thing,
fine.
right? We both have fire bolts available, so
Ah,
we'll
we'll
see.
I would love that.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, other than that, the session went good for you guys. Kinda.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
say
think almost
good.
every time we went somewhere, we ran into an encounter.
Yeah.
There was a point in combat where I had 7 hit points left.
Yeah.
I almost went down twice.
Yeah, those glaives. Oh,
Yeah. There was a point I was worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit hard.
yeah.
I was-
that's right.
I was fine, and I was like, I got this, and then there was a point I was worried.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
game.
Oh man.
Made it though.
Yeah, made
Oh
it.
keep making it,
man.
yeah.
Made it.
Hey.
We're like
One
a
more
third
week.
the way through here.
Well,
Yeah, we did
you're-
1, we did 2, we're at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're like 30% through.
Mhm. Looking good. One of you has 3 hit dice left.
Found out that they're twice as good as they were supposed to be. So that's good.
Why that happens, I think like magic items and remembering what their effects are is just
Oh.
impossible to keep track unless you have
The,
like,
the later you go into campaign, the more you get. So it's
yeah.
a lot.
I need to also remind you, I have rampant, untreated ADHD.
Yeah, definitely will contribute to this problem.
Hey.
So yeah, we'll see where this trip will lead these players. If they made the right decisions in going to the grove, kind of investigate a bit, encountering the Gravekeeper, who seem to be spooky, at least for some.
I hate it.
I think that this was like your proper first undead encounter that you guys had. Did you have one before? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Maybe we
seen a lot of
haven't
undead.
noticed.
Oh,
Well, I mean, encounter as in realized. I don't think so. Not even in campaign 1. No. No. Yeah. Because in normal D&D lore, like undead and Well, no, they also differentiate between demons and undead, but
Yes.
many-
Yeah, they're
And
quite different.
Demons are considered fiends in D&D and not undead.
Yeah, the one thing that I don't like is they specifically say demon and devils are very different, but they're still both considered fiends. And I'm like, why don't you just call them demons and undead? Demons and devils, I mean. Like, you already
Yeah.
have the name there. Why these have to both be
Yeah.
fiends?
No, they're fiends,
Um,
apparently.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I
different
mean,
reason.
yeah.
Anyway, we'll continue this dungeon dive hopefully next week. Maybe with all
Please.
members, maybe it's not. And it's a special session because it's
It's gonna be my birthday.
a birthday gift
It's gonna
from
be my
us
birthday.
to Skits.
On the day of.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
So we need
And
to
we
keep you
just-
alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be bad to die on my birthday.
Oh my god.
you know.
Especially to necrotic plants as a druid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And
That would be the worst.
as we were chit-chatting, Felicia did confirm that if we play on Saturday, she's gonna be there.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe there to save your guys' ass. Potentially.
knows?
Who knows?
Please.
And you know what? As an early birthday gift, because I will definitely forget it next week, you can have an inspiration,
Hey.
Aw.
and you can also have 1 hit dice. So you have now 4 hit dice.
4.
Oh.
He
Yay.
thinks you need it. That's not good.
I will note it because I know I'm going to forget next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've written it down too.
I will do that. I
Um,
started making sticky notes. There's 3 sticky notes on my desk right now.
no. Oh yeah, that's actually a great idea. Should I even have sticky notes? Yeah,
I have sticky notes.
yeah, you have a lot of them.
I have
Oh my
sticky notes.
God.
Even.
I have sticky notes.
You're in a whole new league. Nice.
Yeah. My new notebook is coming along.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the archive. That's the Fate Weavers archive right there.
hmm
Some
I
point.
mean,
in time.
basically, yeah.
Like I said, I'm rewriting every single notes and I'm remembering so much stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the revelations you had this session, just in the middle of the things. I'm like, wow, if you had that like maybe 5 sessions ago, that would have been great. Would have probably maybe solved some
Yeah.
things, but you didn't. But that's part of the game. And
Listen, I'm glad I remembered the freaking branch.
yeah, I was surprised you took that one out.
I wasn't sure where you're going with that, but it worked out really cool.
Mhm.
hmm
I thought there's going to be a fight, maybe.
No, that is the
Little
one
worries.
thing I knew. That is the one thing I knew. Like, if there is one place safe to use this branch, it's here.
Mhm.
That's
There you go.
really neat.
Yeah, worked out in the end, I guess. Potentially.
Yeah. It was
Uh,
stupid, but it was worth it.
Sometimes you have to just stick your neck out, you know? And
Yeah.
sometimes either you get a nice kiss or a blade that severs your head, you know? And you just have to find out which one it is.
That is-
Guillotine
Yep.
or
Yep.
pleasure. And with that, we're gonna say goodbye from us for now. Please like and subscribe if you like this, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.